Alright, so it looks like Darkness and Jenks and Squig.
I'm
You guys need characters rolled up.
I'm trying to
Yeah, that's
find
correct.
a character sheet.
Alright, so it
My
looks
old
like
character sheet.
Darkness and Jenks and Squig.
I'm
You guys need characters rolled up.
if I still have it. Let's see. That's not it. Is this it?
Then, Suko, did you send your notes already, or?
I can repost it. Do you want it in
Yeah,
record?
yeah, that'd be perfect.
Okay.
Akin, do you have an up-to-date template for the characters?
It doesn't matter. I'm just taking all my notes on paper, so you guys use whatever you want.
Oh
Well,
fuck.
thanks.
So what do I have to do? Go to
Alright, hold
notes.
tight. If you have your notes, go ahead and post it in records, like your character notes. Right now I'm just taking down Suko's stuff.
Well, I'm still trying to find my things, but I know I still have them. It's under the this not it. Hmm.
Jenks, those rolls are not good. You need to what you
He
do a
told me to
reroll.
read. He told me to wait because I rolled too early. So, oh well.
That's fortunate because those rolls suck.
You're rude.
That's pretty
Mind
rude,
your own
man.
dice.
What?
Mind your own dice. How about that, Idol?
Okay, God.
Bro, he is going out swinging, dog.
Watch your goddamn mouth, Idol. Sick of this shit.
Yo, you need to. We, they're streaming this on Twitch. This
Took a
is on
year off
record.
and I'm already
This is on
pissed.
record. This is on
Yeah,
record, dog.
we're streaming on Twitch now, so we need to watch
Hey,
our
there
stuff.
could be a 6-year-old girl
Did he
watching
tell us
this right
we're
now.
live or are we live?
I don't know. Let me check his Twitch.
I'm sure Akin will tell us when we're live.
No, he won't. No, we're live.
No, he doesn't.
That's
We're
illegal
live.
if he doesn't.
Oh, shit.
So.
He doesn't care.
Well, that's against Twitch terms of service.
He doesn't give a
He's in,
single fuck.
in Japan on a military base. Good luck with that.
I'm reporting
Yeah,
it.
no.
I'm
You
into
gonna go
Twitch.
find his. You gonna find his supervisor?
Yeah, and Twitch. I'm gonna get him banned.
You gonna go find his sergeant?
Akin gets court martial.
Yeah.
I bribed his roommate to put a camera in his room, in his toilet,
Rule for persuasion that you didn't do it.
just so I can watch his stream.
The
Uh,
oh, sorry, you were speaking.
it was a 13. That roll was a 13. Um,
I'm gonna go and get some cup noodle.
cup noodle.
Oh, do I have time to boil water? Fuck, I'm doing it anyway.
All right. We'll start rolling the ability scores then. If you do want to roll your own, go ahead and roll in roleplay, but you only get one roll. So if you've already rolled in there, you're gonna take it. Otherwise, we're gonna roll together, right?
Okay.
So whatever the dice roll is what you get. There's no re-rolls.
Wait, do you want me to take the one I rolled earlier then? I'm so confused.
From this point forward.
Okay. From now?
Yeah, you don't roll
Okay.
unless I give you permission.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Otherwise, if you roll before this, I would never take it, right? Because I never told you to roll the dice. So otherwise, then people can just roll a whole stack of 18s or whatever and say, I rolled this earlier, give it to me. That doesn't.
Okay,
That's
I've
not how
rolled
it works.
captain right after you said now.
Okay. So you want 10, 13, 7, 10, 16, 11.
The shotgun fucking sucks.
Alright, and darkness. Do you want to
Yeah.
roll with the bot or do you want to have me roll?
What do I need to roll?
You need to roll 6 sets of 3d6.
Mm, do I have that? Yeah, I just roll it.
Okay. You'll be starting with 14 strength,
14.
10 intelligence, 15 wisdom, 6 dexterity, 8 constitution, and 9 charisma.
Oh, then you get a character sheet actually.
And then Squig,
Yeah.
you'll be starting with 14 strength, 10 intelligence, 8 wisdom, 9 dexterity, 4 constitution, and 15 charisma. Alright, that was everyone
Where the
that needed a roll, I think.
Mhm.
Okay, so then class. Darkness, have you played before? Or are you new?
Yes,
You have?
I have.
When was the last time you played here?
Oh, I never played here.
Oh, you're okay. So you're new. We're playing old school D&D, by the way.
Yes. Oh,
All right. So these are your ability scores. The reflection of your character's ability, what they're good at or not so good at. They're gonna help you choose your class. Your class is the set of skills, your responsibilities to your party. You'll be campaigning with a party of adventurers for fame and fortune. So, being strong and wise, darkness, your character would make a good fighter or cleric. There are 7 classes in the game, 4 of which are humans and 3 of which are demi-humans. The 4 human classes include cleric, fighter, magic user, and thief, and the demi-human classes are dwarf, elf, and halfling. So, since you're strong and wise, I would recommend fighter or cleric to you. But you are decently smart too, so you could be a magic user or an elf as well.
um, what's the second second one you said?
Cleric. So these are like,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I'd be a
cleric.
cleric.
Okay, good choice.
Yeah.
Your role in the party is to use your fate to turn undead. You'll be able to fight in any armor and any weapons, with any weapons. Let's see, and yeah, your main role is just to remain faithful and use your holy symbol. Eventually, if you're faithful enough and you do not uh, gain disfavor from your deity, you can get divine spells at level 2 and up. Alright, and then Squig, for you, your character is strong, decently smart, and quick quick, I would recommend fighter, maybe magic user, elf, or thief.
I'm gonna go with fighter.
And for Jinx, your character is smart and somewhat strong, quick, and tough. I recommend magic user, if not elf, fighter, thief, dwarf, or halfling are fine too.
Have you changed any of the hit dice?
Huh?
Have you changed any of the hit dice, or are they as default OSC?
It's gonna be, yeah, standard
As default.
BX. So you'll get a D4 if you're a magic user.
Okay.
And the bonuses are static. They don't, they're one time. So that goes for the monsters too. So Constitution bonus is only once, applied once. Fewer hit points, less dice rolls, less tracking.
Oh, okay, I understand. What about my only other question? So dwarf doesn't get the any extra attacks, right? Fighter gets 2 attacks at level 1.
With our current house rules, yeah.
Okay, I'll go fighter then.
hmm All right, and that house rule is based off of white bugs. More hit dice you get, or if you're higher hit dice than other monsters, you can get extra attacks. So we just kind of based it on that because we only go to level 14.
Cool.
Um, let's see. Next is hit points. It's how hard your character can get hit before they die. Alright, so darkness, you're playing a cleric, you get a d6. You start with 3.
D6.
You have a -1 penalty from your constitution, which means you start with 2. 2 is what the average man has. This means if you're stabbed once with a dagger, pretty much you're either dead or wounded. And if you're wounded, you're pretty much dead. Um, for the fighter, Squig's fighter has a -2 penalty. No, wait. Yes, a -2. It's a lower
Bro,
constitution.
I have a
what?
question before
Roll a
we move on to
d8.
that.
You got an 8 -2, 6. And what's your question?
Okay.
Are we allowed? Can I use? Can I lower the intelligence and all that as per usual? Or
To raise your prime requisite? Sure.
yeah, thank you.
We'll lower it by 4 points to raise your strength to 12.
You got it.
Alright, good to go.
Thank you, sir.
And then, no problem. We'll roll your hit points next. You'll get a +2 bonus. 9 hit points. Alright, and then we'll roll your starting money. In our game, you'll be starting with 3d6 pieces of silver. Darkness, you'll be starting with 12.
I'll roll mine.
Okay.
Squig, you'll be starting with 9. And then Jinx,
I got
11.
11.
Okay,
11 silver pieces, correct?
indeed. The
Okay.
first thing you want to purchase your characters is a set of clothes. In our game, a common way to die is disease. So if you're not protected by the environment or from the environment, you will die. So you need clothes. Your clothes is 10 pounds. I know it's a lot of weight because it includes 10 articles of clothing. Of course, weights vary, but you'll probably have 2 boots, 2 gloves, a tunic, brace, or some kind of undergarment, a belt, trousers, hood and cloak, or hat and robe, or whatever you want. Um, let's see. Then we'll go into weapons, the next most important part. In our game, everyone hunts or fights. So that's why every class uses all weapons and armor. Of course, fighters are still the best at fighting naturally. Um, so for weapons, first what we want to look into is a missile weapon. So like like I said, you all will hunt monsters down. So in order to do this, the best weapon would be a bow. Um, the cheapest one I can recommend you is a sling for 1 silver if you guys want to save money for other things. But bare minimum, you want to get yourself either a short bow, long bow, or crossbow. That's right. Highly recommend it. If you'd rather go without one, that's fine too. Starting with darkness, which kind of missile weapon would you like?
Mm, how much is the bow?
A short bow is
Long or
3
short?
silvers with arrows included. Long bow is 5, arrows included, and a crossbow is 4, corals included.
Mm, I'll take that.
All right. crossbow is the most accurate, deals the most damage, but it requires reload time. So 1 round reload.
Could I fire a bow twice and summon a fighter?
Nope.
But a crossbow I would fire every other round
You would still have to reload for 1 round. So you would shoot
with the
then,
crossbow, right?
Yep. You could probably reload in the same round. So
What
the
about
best
the
you can
sling?
do. What was that? A sling?
Could I
Yeah, you can
sling
shoot 2
twice?
slings. Yep. You can sling twice in 1 round.
I'll take a sling.
Like an English
Can you
nobleman
can
can
you
fire 2
longbow
arrows in
twice?
10 seconds. What's
Is it
that?
No,
fighter?
same as he just asked. It's 1 per round with the bows.
Yeah. With the crossbows, it would be for the fighters at least they can reload in the same round that they shoot with the crossbow.
Cool.
All right, Squig. Let's see. So you're playing a fighter. Which bow would you like?
Probably a short bow.
Okay,
Actually, do I have enough for a longbow?
start till I already wrote it down.
Okay, short bow it is.
Once it's written, that means that you already purchased it, and then you have to return it for half the price. All right, Jinx. Which bow would you like?
I went with the sling.
Alright, then I would recommend a melee weapon next. If things do get dangerous, you might need, and very close, you might need a melee weapon. I highly recommend a spear for 3 silvers, a very versatile weapon you can use in formations. Otherwise, there are other weapons available too. Anything you can imagine, I'll let you know the price. Starting with darkness, which medieval weapon, melee weapon would you want to start with? Keep in mind you have 7 pieces of silver left.
How
We
much
still need to
is
purchase
a
you a holy
sword?
symbol actually. So let's buy you a symbol real quick so you can do your job.
Okay.
Alright, so we bought you a holy symbol, so you're down to 4 silvers. A short sword is 5. The smallest blade you can afford that's a pointy stabby cutting weapon would be a dagger for 2 silvers.
Yeah, I'd take a dagger.
Alright. You have 2 silver left. You're gonna save that
Oh,
for equipment supplies.
uh,
Or do you want more weapons?
I'll just save my silver.
Okay, so you hold on to the last 2. We'll probably look into armor next. Squig, for your melee weapons,
Yes.
what would you like?
Yeah. Can I get a shield and a longsword?
It's armor, but yeah, sure. A longsword, you don't have enough money for a longsword.
Oh, how much money do I have again?
We've already spent 4 of your silver, so you only have 5 left. A shield is 3. You can go a shield and javelin, or a shield and club.
I'm gonna go shield and javelin, please.
Alright,
I should put on
and
my good make.
that's all your money. Okay, Jenks, you're at 9 silver.
I'm leaning towards the falchion. What should I know about that? Well, why do I
Use
have
the
9, by
same.
the way? I should have 10, I believe.
We bought you a set of clothes for 1 silver.
Oh, okay. Tell me anything about the falchion I should know.
It's pretty much the same as a short sword, but not as good in formation. You're gonna cut with it. It can be used as like an axe too to cut wood or whatever. So it's a little more versatile, but you can't really stab that well with it. So you'll need more space to use this
Okay.
weapon.
I will go with a. Where's the axe? Sorry, what's it? Hand axe. I'll go with a hand axe and a shield. And well, actually, sorry, just a hand axe for now since we're not doing armor.
Okay, you're down to 5 silver. Do you want to save that for equipment supplies, or do you want to buy armor?
I'll be buying armor.
Okay. So we're
Wait,
gonna go
sorry, I
back.
should have 6.
Is it okay?
Yes,
The
I
hand
was
axe
like,
is 3.
damn, I keep losing more money. Did I buy more clothes?
No, not this time.
No, you're good.
back to darkness. You still have some leftover money, so you
Could
have
I
two
even buy
silver.
anything?
Yeah, you can buy a gambeson. It's the cheapest body armor. Most
Yeah, I
peasants
take
should be
that.
able to afford it. Okay, we'll get you a gambeson for 2 silvers. That's the last of your money. Alright, and Squig, you're out of money already. And then back to Jinx. You have, was it
I have
6
5,
silver?
6. Is
One,
it
two,
6? Yeah,
five.
it's 6.
Yeah, you have 6. Would you like a gambeson too, or a shield?
I'm gonna go both Gamson and Shield.
Alright, price is 5, so you're down to 1.
Yep.
With the last one, would you like a container to carry loot with, or something else?
Yeah, let's do that. One of you guys can cover food in the party or no?
Most likely, you got some returning
Okay,
characters.
I figure that's fine. I'll get a bag then, I guess, because that's all I can afford, right? Is a sack.
A sack, yeah, sack or a pouch. We'll get you a sack. Carries 20
Yeah.
pounds of gear.
Thank you.
All good. And then it looks like Suko's Herbert's already ready. Okay, that's 4 characters prepped. Add you guys to my list. And then everyone else, thank you for your patience. I'll be with you soon. You guys are almost done actually. You're not quite done. There's one more thing. Fighters have fighting skill. I didn't really tell you about this, but if you're a fighter, you have fighting skill, you'll be fighting at twice the rate. At level 1, 5, and 10. Okay? You will gain an extra attack. Um, you're gonna be the best at fighting then, right? Naturally. And your main role is to protect the party, defend them, fight off the monsters if need be. But remember, to die is to lose in this game. So don't die. Or try not to.
Dying's
Um,
bad.
let's see. You will die sometimes, but you're gonna try to build yourself a stack of good characters throughout the game. Leave a good story behind. Okay. Um, so yeah, fighting skill is what you guys get, and I already explained the cleric. I think, right? So that's gonna be your roles. All right, you need to choose a name. That's the final part. So go ahead, spend some time looking for a name. Your name must be medieval. If you do choose a fantasy name instead, like a made-up name, just make sure it sounds medieval. It's got some like medieval roots, so we can understand what your character might look like. Your name will determine your character's culture and sex. Squig, what's up?
I'll have my name.
Okay.
I just put it in my Discord name.
All right, Baldric.
Yeah. I was thinking Baldric, but that's fine.
All right, and Darkness and Jinx, just let me know when you've got yours. We're gonna move on though to the prep of other characters. This includes Idol, Lance, and Rain. Let's see. So Idol, we'll start with you.
I
I'll
would like to
volunteer to go
pick.
last.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to purchase a short sword if I can afford it. I have 6.8 silver.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna find your sheet real quick.
I have a name as well.
Is that a Japanese keyboard? You can.
Huh?
Is that a
Huh?
Japanese keyboard?
No,
No.
no, it's not.
Can I have a question?
Hmm?
Do you speak Japanese?
No.
That is so racist.
No, because he
All right.
lives in Japan.
I'm only here for work.
Uh,
Idle.
I got my name.
So you said you wanted to buy a short sword for 5. That's fine. Okay, you're down to 1 silver, 8 coppers.
Excellent.
Alright, and then Jinx, you
I-
said you figured out your name?
Yeah, it's Gawain.
Okay. Just remove the mirror from your name from now until you switch back to him. One
Yes,
AC
sir.
at a time.
Is that a Mountain Dew?
Don't judge me.
I'm not. I'm just asking.
And then Darkness, did you figure out a name for your character too?
Yes, I set it as my Discord name.
Okay, make sure you include Darkness in there too,
Okay.
as your player name, like everyone else. So it should be your player name first,
Hold
capitalized,
on.
then space, parentheses, character name, and then space, your class and level.
Are we not doing alignments or?
Your alignment will be proven throughout the game, but it's not really important early on.
No.
Alignment is
It's more reputation than what you like
Most
actually are.
characters will start with the neutral alignment.
neutral,
So, and
Thank you.
and your alignment is like
I know
how
what
like
it is.
people perceive you. Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it.
It will affect how, mainly just affect how NPCs will view you and how other players might trust your character.
Nope. That's Zoom.
I'm so happy we have a cleric.
Okay, so then, Idol, was that it for you? For prep?
Yes, that was
Okay,
it.
cool.
I mean, I might buy some food if no one else can. I can't buy it all. I only have one silver.
You should buy me food, Idol.
We'll see. If I buy food, I want to get reimbursed out of the loot before we split.
Of course.
And then Lance is Dornan, a new character. I can't, right? He's new,
Yeah, he was made last session.
right?
Oh, we're doing
So,
Thaco now?
do I have his notes or?
You
Wait, I
should,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Here,
He
hold on. Let
after
me
his
pull up
last
my phone real
adventure,
quick.
did he not make any money? Oh, let's see. Let me
He
double
did. He
check.
made like 10 SP, I think.
You
Did
are
we ever
correct.
update his inventory? Because he got the short bow and the 9 arrows. from the one dead guy.
Yeah, I'm tracking on that. Short bow, 8 arrows left. Crowbar,
9 arrows.
9 arrows.
Yep. I wrote it down. I don't think I told you though. I'm sorry.
All right.
And I had 10. Had 10 silver, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. One sec. Hey, Idol, is your character new?
It's been in like 3 adventures so far.
Do you have a pole?
I
Lance, you
do.
took the bow and arrows from Alardic or Rufus? Do you
Uh,
remember who you took it from?
the first guy that died. I think it was Rufus, the thief.
The thief? Okay.
Yeah. He told me he had 9 arrows in the short bow.
Right.
Yeah. Idol, would you like the pole I have? I might switch it out so I can carry a melee weapon as well.
I have a pole, but you can sling your pole over your shoulder with a strap.
Sorry,
Oh
so
yeah,
what did you
that's
say you
true.
wanted to purchase with your 10 silver?
I think I'm gonna get. Hey, what the hell is a half sword?
That's a half and hand. Hand and a half sword.
Oh, like the one like with like a handle on the sword.
That's a bastard sword.
Oh, damn.
In between a
It's the
long
one
sword and
Aragorn
a
holds.
normal sword. So it's best in two hands, but it can be used in one.
Gotcha. All right, I think I'm gonna take. I think I'll just take a short sword for 5 SP, just so
Excellent
I have
choice.
something in like other than a dagger to fight with.
If you have a second melee weapon like a knife, you get +1 hit. If you dual wield.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I
If
do
you have
have
a
daggers.
shield, you get +1 AC, and you can block.
Wait, are we doing
Yeah, shield
fact or what are we doing?
Huh?
and shields are a bonus versus missile weapons.
Are we doing THACO?
Yes.
Okay. So what's my base? It's 10, right?
Base is 9.
Base is 9, so I'm at 8. Okay. Or 7, I mean.
Yes.
Oh, and then I'm gonna buy Gambison as well, so I should be down to 3 SP.
Right. But yourself have Gamson and the short swords
Yep.
hanging on your belt
Yep.
now. Alright, good to go.
Yeah, that's all I need. Thank
Would
you.
you like to purchase the food for this party? You have enough money for it.
I do. Has anyone else bought food?
No one bought food yet, but you will need to spend 3 silvers on food, 2 for a bag, 1 for 30 pounds of food, which is enough for 10 days for one person.
I only have 3 silvers.
That's the perfect amount.
Does anyone
Yeah,
else
and we
want to
can.
help me?
I thought somebody else had a bag.
I have a bag, but it's full of torches that I bought. We can reimburse you out of the loot before we split.
Alright, so you think about it. We're going to move on to
Sure.
the
Yeah,
next
no,
player.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
And then would you like to give it to someone else to carry? Because it is quite heavy, so someone who doesn't have
Yeah.
much is recommended.
Who do we got that can carry shit?
This is about
Fire,
30
darkness.
pounds of gear.
Yeah,
You want to carry it?
yeah, I can carry it.
Alright,
Yeah, sounds
Vexes,
good.
carry the food.
Wait, so my AC would be 8 with Gavison, right?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
You don't.
Alright, Vexes, you are now wearing a bag with 30 pounds of food.
Wait, I think I. Oh no, I don't.
That's a lot.
Here's your way out. There
Okay.
you go.
When we get to the dungeon, you can hide the food in a bush or something. We don't have to take it into the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do
Ring,
it,
you're
man.
next.
Let's do it.
As Augustus. I gotta get some bookmarks. 1 second.
Who we waiting for?
I'd like to be mapper caller if possible. I'm gonna head to the bathroom while you sort your stuff out.
Oh, good.
I'm totally in favor of you being mapper.
I second
Also
that.
call.
Okay,
A
Augustus,
genuine
you have
set map would be nice.
is it 105 silver?
Sorry.
You have 105 silver?
What?
Is that correct?
Sure. I let you keep the sheets, Deacon.
Huh?
I let you keep your sheets. I don't keep my own.
Okay.
You're the last decision, anyways. So.
Yeah, it is 105. So, what would you do you need a wait? Let me pay you out. You actually got 111.8.
Okay.
That's from January, early January, year 2 or year 11. All right. Would you like to purchase a new set of armor?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. Do you need to purchase anything?
Nope.
All right, good to go. Let's see who's left. So I've got Lance, Idol, Rain, Sagustas.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
We love you.
All right, I think I've almost got everyone. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, perfect. All right, so you guys have just finished your prep time. So now that prep time's over, go ahead and take a 5-minute break before we start the game.
Fuck.
Thank you.
Akin, do you think I'll enjoy this game?
This little bastard.
It'll be
Bro,
like
I'm
any
playing
other
it.
old school game. Nothing
Yeah.
special.
Do you enjoy dying? Dying's fine.
Very.
We
Bro,
like
I'm
the
playing
pain.
chess with Suko right now,
Well, I
and I
think the
got
rules
the.
were quite different last time. How are you liking these ones?
I really like these ones.
Who, me?
It's been refined over the months, the passing months. I'm pretty happy about the economy system that I
Nice.
wrote up.
I
It's
don't
still
hate the
based.
economy system. I don't like the 5e kind of death save stuff. I always choose to like just die instead
Yeah,
of
I
rolling.
definitely. It's still like that to some extent. Your characters will get if you do end up at 0 hit points. The only difference is I allow you to survive your wound, but once you're wounded, you're pretty much out. So that wound's gonna be life ending or career ending. So
I used
the
to be an
monster. That's why I
adventurer
say the
like
monster
you,
gets to
and
pick
I
your
took an
entry.
arrow to the knee.
So if you saw idle, I revisited that rule not too long ago, like last weekend, and you can see it's very straightforward. If you survive it, you get a wound, but that wound is anything the monster wants. Whether it be your throat was slit, your arm was cut off, right? It's gonna be, if not, it's not outright death, but it's pretty much as good as dead.
You're fucked.
Okay. Got it. I hate it when you like nerf a stat. Ugh.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's too much work. And level drains, I also deleted the house rule we had. We're just gonna do normal level drains.
What was the house rule we had?
That it wouldn't affect your XP, but now it will.
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah. It's soul draining. It's supposed to feel horrifying, so. All your hard
Back to
So
work.
what,
base.
like ghouls and shit? Is that what we're talking about?
Hmm?
Ghouls and shit?
Yeah,
Or
not ghouls, but whites, I think, right? Wraiths. They'll drain your
Wraiths.
level. They'll just take all your XP and your hit points and your ability scores that I gave you. Like ability increases.
Oh, it fucking strips you.
Yeah, it will
of
destroy you.
everything.
It sometimes feels worse than death. Death is like clean cut, you know, but that's like you get to feel it happening to you.
do you die at 0?
Yep, you die at level, past level 0.
Past level 0?
Yeah, we allow level 0 because normal humans are level 0. So, but then below 0, you're dead.
Cool, cool.
Which die do I want?
Yeah, I had like a level 3 fighter that went to level 0 with a wraith, and I chose death, but Deacon made me survive it.
Well, you could just say he killed himself.
And then I got all my levels back because
Yeah, because
It's
the
like-
house rule was temporary back then.
Yeah.
Level drains were temporary, but now they're permanent. Back to.
and then I used my
Damn.
you're a Patreon, you used to get a wish or whatever, so I wished for my strength to be restored because my 18 strength got drained way down, and so I wished for it to be restored, and I got it back. But you know,
do I
it just
get anything now?
We kind of
It felt
softened up
cheese.
for a while back then, because a lot of people were like getting stressed out, so I just like got a little softer. But now I'm back to normal.
Got a little soft.
Is there anything I should know about my do I get anything for the Patreon stuff or not?
Yeah, you're long overdue. So you already got the rolls though, so you can use them if you need to.
What is it?
Yeah,
What do I don't know what they do.
Fudge
That's
is
what I'm
really
asking.
nice. Fudge is nice because you can basically just say, "Oh, I don't fail that saving throw. I use my
Wait,
fudge."
what do I have?
So you have
Fudge.
3 rolls that you can trade for what the things. If you go into the server subscriptions, you'll see it. It says if you trade your adventure roll, you can get a reroll. You trade your legends roll, and that means you're no longer a legend. You can get a fudge, right? And if you trade your grognard roll, you can roll for treasure.
How do you see? Oh, I see. A server for subscriptions. Okay. I trade the roll for a reroll. I trade the roll for a fudge. Is this monthly or what?
Yeah, you get it.
What is
once a
fudge?
month,
You
but
gotta choose
because
what you want,
have
or
a
what?
bunch of overdue, we'll like figure out how many you're overdue on, and then
It's
I'll
been a
just like
year.
take
So
a
it's up
tally.
to you.
It has to be your roll. It can't be like a monster's roll or a random encounter roll or something like that. It has to be
You
your
can
own
trade
roll.
the roll
Fucking
for
do,
treasure.
He's gonna send an invoice to your mailbox.
Yeah, so if you choose treasure, pretty much anyone can search for treasure naturally, but that's just automatically finding the treasure. So for some
So
reason
I
the
can just
group
like
still
find a
hasn't
dirt
learned.
pile and be
They're
like,
starting to
I
learn
think I want
again,
treasure
but
here.
like everyone who learns eventually leaves, and so no one knows how to find treasure in the game because they don't realize that treasure is not going to be laying out in the open. It's going to be like hidden under some bricks or behind a
It should
wall.
be in huge treasure boxes, right? The glow.
Yeah, sometimes, but typically that's if you are new
Hey,
to
that
old school
20.
D&D. I mean, if you are old to old school D&D, like you know that usually is not the case, and if it is, then that's something concerning, right?
That's spooky if you see treasure. That's a treasure chest in the middle of a chamber.
That's
Heck in, I
that's
just
a
hit the
great tease right
jackpot.
there. But
I just hit,
yeah.
I just
So
hit the
if you
jackpot
get the
on
treasure roll, your character will like find treasure in the area, right? So if you choose to do it in town, you might find 3d6 copper pieces, right? So that would not be a good idea.
But if I do it in like inside the
If you do it in a dungeon level 2, you'll find dungeon level 2 treasure. If you do it in dungeon level 1, you'll find dungeon level 1 treasure.
What about like a latrine? Because people drop stuff in those. Would that be more copper?
Um,
46?
maybe. You never know.
Okay.
So
How many latrines are in town right now?
there's definitely enough. So
Enough. Okay.
yeah, there's no latrine issue right now.
Which
They
side are
found,
they on the town so I can start mapping out the latrines?
Oh my fucking god.
they found a
Okay.
medieval Gittern in the walls of an outhouse. It was crazy. It's like there are only three in existence, and they found one in an outhouse.
A medieval what?
Medieval Gittern. It's the predecessor of the guitar. It's descended from the oud. So the Gittern and the lute were the two main instruments of the medieval period. The lute became the mandolin, and the Gittern became the guitar.
All right, I think our break is over now. Let's see, it's been about 5 minutes. So hopefully that was enough time for y'all to grab your drinks or do whatever you needed to do
And
before we
take a
start.
piss.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna close the VC soon. Let's see.
Whoa.
Somebody said you might be streaming this. Are you, Beckham?
Yeah,
Yes,
if
he
you
is.
guys want to play,
He
I
is
will be
in fact.
streaming. So if you're comfortable with it, then you can
Get out.
take your leave. But I'll be streaming the games. So mostly it's for archive purposes for the old grognards here, like the old geezers that like to watch it. But let's see, no one really
Just
watches our stream.
try to announce when you go live, just so we know.
Mhm. Yeah,
He
we're
needs to
streaming.
know when he needs to watch what he says.
Every game that I've been running is gonna be streamed. So.
No, I know. Just tell us at the during prep whenever you turn it on as well.
Mhm. All right. Let's see. How many people got? 8. Let's see. 2, 3. All right.
Real quick, Suko.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the chess match.
Okay. I was gonna. It's fine. I think I was gonna lose anyways.
You good, brother? It's fine. No, cause we better start.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What am I? It is currently early March of year 11. Let's see. And for those who have never played, we will be role playing. So to play the game, pretty much, I will be your dungeon master tonight. I'll be your guide into this world of Dungeons and Dragons. So I'll be describing to you what your character experiences around them, what you can hear, see, and such, and provide the opportunities you can take on to win this game. But this is a game about telling stories of classic fantasy adventure, and this means you'll be going on a campaign for fame and fortune. As an adventurer, you'll go out to hunt monsters, treasures, and bounties, typically in dungeons guarded by dragons. To, of course, experience a life of an adventure, right? To help your character get rich and famous and to enjoy their life, right? So most of you are coming from peasantry. Your characters are at least, and this means that they do not really have any kind of life before you decided to play them out as an adventurer. You will be the master or the guide of your player. You'll take on their choices and their voice, right? So you'll be role playing, which means you will put your feet in theirs and in their boots, and you're going to describe and picture the game in their perspective. You're gonna uh, discuss, speak, act, and do as you think they would if you were them, right? So don't imagine yourself as your normal high schooler anymore, or um, you know, young adult, whatever you are, right? You're gonna picture yourself as a soldier of fortune, going on a long campaign, right, or starting a campaign with another band of adventurers. But you're not doing this alone, so this is a game that requires multiple participants for a reason. It's a very dangerous and deadly game for the characters at least. They are uh, promising to strangers that they are going to work together with them. Maybe not strangers, maybe some are friends, but they're gonna go and risk their lives with these people to get rich and famous, right? So tonight we'll be deciding exactly what you're gonna do throughout this week. But you've already promised that this is the crew that you wanted to join. A few days ago, you have been able, or if you're new, you've been invited to join an ongoing campaign. A party of adventurers who have been campaigning against the ruins of Zavolta, a castle ruin to the south of your village. That is their main goal as of now. They might change it up someday, but most adventurers from Zavolta have been campaigning against the ruins, trying to clear it of monsters, loot the long abandoned treasures, and perhaps reclaim that long lost human stronghold, right? So this includes veterans Augustus, let's see, Eden the Apprentice, and maybe Dornan the Apprentice as well. These are the seniors of the crew at the moment that are adventuring this week, and everyone else here has been recently invited to join them on this next adventure. Each game that's played is a single session and a single adventure, which makes up a campaign. The campaign is a series of adventures. So um, we have the newcomers: Vaxis the Acolyte, Beldrick the Veteran, Herbert the Dwarven Veteran, and Beldrick the Veteran. Your characters are not fresh off the farm. They have got some training, but they have no experience in adventure. So naturally, you do have some skills, and make sure you utilize them. You will have your own responsibilities. As a cleric, you're going to be faithful. As a fighter, you're going to need to protect the crew. As a dwarf, you'll use your skills in the underground, and you'll fight as well. Um, but that is your team. Let's see. And if you're a thief, you already know you're a scout, a guerrilla fighter, right? And let's see. Then I've covered all the roles that we have tonight. Yeah. So no one here is a magic user or an elf. Okay. Or halfling. But that's it. So talk in the perspective of your character. You're no longer your player. You're now your character. It's moving forward. And I'm your dungeon master. You can call me the referee or the DM or the dungeon master. And I'll call you by your characters. Alright, so tonight you find yourself seated around the round table, talking over perhaps some food and drink if you have the money to afford it. But this was the meeting place that you decided a few days ago that you would meet your crew of adventurers, your party. Tonight you actually will decide or confirm your plans. Will you be traveling to the ruins again, or maybe plans are changing and you need to take on a different mission, right? So you can of course do anything you would like across the realm to win your fame and fortune. Some are riskier than others, some are more rewarding than others as well. The dungeon is always a guaranteed place to be risky and rewarding, but there's other options too. You can look for work in town, do some simple mercenary work. You can roam the lands in search of your own adventure. It's all up to you. This evening you'll decide this. So go ahead, discuss if you'd like, share your ideas one at a time, and then you can make a vote on what you think the party should do.
Okie dokie. So last time we went to the ruins, and we only got as far as the hamlet before we lost two people to negligence and a lot of skeletons. But yeah, the skeletons there, you could sell their heads for about like what, like 10 SP each to the church. For four people, that was a pretty good haul because we only killed four. But we have more fighters this time, and we also have a dwarf. We have three fighters, I think, and then one dwarf fighter, and then two thieves and a cleric. Yep. Yeah. So we can go to the hamlet and kill skeletons, maybe.
How far is the hamlet?
It's Ekin, how far is the hamlet? How long was it?
So
From
I
Dortmund's
forgot to
memory?
mention, but this is common knowledge. You're currently standing in the village of Gevelon, which is a village on the southern frontier of the borderlands of the kingdom of Britonia. That is the capital north of you. It's not a very large
Yep.
kingdom, but its southern borders is where you're currently campaigning. And there's a ruin to your south, about 12 miles south-southeast by the river
So
Ralph. So
a day
a
or
day's
two's ride.
march.
Yeah, a day's march. Yeah, so it's about like a day there,
And it's common
and then a
knowledge
day
that
back.
the castle ruin of Zavolta is surrounded by a ruined hamlet And also in between the ruined hamlet and the castle itself is a moat that has been somewhat challenging to cross. Over the past years, though, they have figured out a way.
Yep.
Well, me personally, I don't think that it's such a good idea. We only have one cleric going up against a bunch of undead. Just,
Well, last time we didn't have any clerics.
Are
We
you
just
afraid of skeletons?
I
You should
mean,
be. They
Scared of
killed our thief and our fighter.
You said negligence.
Oh yeah, the fighter did run at them.
if you
Or
enter
shooting
a fight
missile
and you're
weapons.
From what I've heard from people who've been to the dungeon, skeletons have been a real problem across multiple adventures.
if you enter a fight and you're not afraid, quite frankly, I don't want you having my back.
If you can't kill skeletons, you can't kill a man. We can do this.
Well, I mean, we did it before. I mollywop. Oh wait, that doesn't exist in medieval times. I whacked the shit out of a skeleton with my bare hands, sent it flying.
See?
Apparently, in one of the adventures recently, they ran into a group of patrolling elves.
Yeah, I don't fuck with elves. They look funny.
But there were 12 of them in full armor, so maybe they
Yeah, no,
maybe they will.
no, I don't want to fuck with elves. The elves are assholes. They don't like humans.
Why are elves underground? Strange.
Shouldn't the dwarves be underground?
We know how to deal with the skeletons. We killed them before by using ranged weapons and having
Yeah.
someone lure them out. So I don't think that we need to fear them.
Yeah, they're pretty easy because I have a slingshot and my short bow is for other shit, but I have a
They're not
slingshot.
even half a man.
So, all in favor of going to the Hamlet? Aye.
Aye.
Did we already decide on Mapper and Collar, by the way?
I don't think
You're
so.
both Mapper and Collar, Jinx.
Go nuts.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
We could make Lance Collar.
I'll take it.
It's not required, but it is encouraged to point party roles if you need to
Jinx,
help
do you
with
want to be
leadership.
mapper and I'll be caller?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
So the
we
mapper
need someone-
is going to focus on drawing a party map, so the caller can focus on making decisions.
Normally I
The caller is
incorporate this.
typically
this
the
season.
I'm in favor of
best
Jinx
mapper in the
being
crew.
Collar last time. I'm just saying. When Lance dies, Jinx can be Collar.
Yeah, that's fine.
All in
They
favor.
win?
All in favor of Jenks being Collar.
Gawain
Aye.
is mapping right now.
Before you decide on this, though, it is recommended that a senior member who has knowledge over the ruins would do this. Either Eden the Apprentice, Augustus, the veteran, or maybe Dornan the Apprentice. He's been there once.
How
But
about
it's
I will-
not highly recommended to have a rookie who's never been to the ruins lead this campaign.
Yes, ridiculous.
That
I
would
will
not
be
good.
happy to advise. I've already sent the maps I have to Jinx. I can send it to Lance as well.
That would be
Alright.
awesome, thank you.
If you could also send it to me, that would be.
Why don't I just
Yeah.
post it for
I'd
discussion?
say the only person that hasn't spoke up is Augustus. Augustus, are you here?
Yep. So to be clear, because as far as I know, there's no skeletons in the ruins of Nervolta.
No, there is.
There were recently. We killed a bunch of them and got their skulls and sold them.
Yeah, we killed like 4 or 5 during my adventure.
From what I've been told, more and more
alright.
skeletons have been popping up every adventure.
Free money. You just gotta form up, use missiles, and then whenever they get too close, just box them in.
Alright, I wasn't aware of this development. Alright, we'll sally forth then. In the
All right,
morning.
I think everyone's agreed that we're going to the roads today. So, anyone else need anything before we leave, or can we just set out? Ekin, what time is it? What time of day is it right now?
It is day 0. This is the evening before your adventure. So
Okay, so we'll probably rest up in the old abandoned manor, or what was it, a manor or just like a room, like
just
a
a
house?
old house on the
the
outskirts
old
of the
house.
village.
Doesn't the inn house adventures?
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
but we have to know. You have
Unless
to
you
work.
have money.
I don't have the coin for that.
So guys, Dornan is familiar with the old house that adventurers go to sleep. So I'll lead them all there. out of town where we can collect our weapons.
Maybe we might want to like spruce up the house a bit, make it our
I
proper home.
suggest that we cross over to the west side of, in order to avoid having to cross that new tributary.
The west of what? Sorry,
Yeah, the west side, right?
your
Because
voice failed you a little bit. The west of what?
of the river, of the stream, because there's a new tributary that goes off on the east side, and so if we go on the east side, we have to cross that, and it's difficult without a horse.
Yeah.
So we have a bridge here in town. We can cross over to the west side and just go down the river as normal.
Yes, I left my horse at home. Best we do that.
All right. So,
So
hopefully.
I
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, Dornan kind of just leads them all to the little fucking shampy little house that one adventurer used to own. Introduces them to what was his name? Colin. Is Colin still there?
Before I set out from the tavern, are we all in agreement though? Let's see.
Yes.
Vaxis,
Yes.
what do you think? Yes?
Who are we missing? Somebody left.
I don't think we're missing anybody.
Yeah, we're fine. Alright, so
We had-
Vaxis, yeah.
We're good. They left before the game started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wonder who it was.
You're talking about Will. Let's see.
Okay.
Alright, Vaxis, the Acolyte. The party's been discussing all evening on what we should do. Are you in agreement? He's not certain.
I think
What was
that's
it?
a yes.
Yes? Okay. And I think I heard. Let's see. Let me double check with you. Dora and veteran Herbert, what do you think?
Personally, I'm not a fan, but I've already spent all my money. I kind of have to go. So I agree.
Alright. And
We're
I know
just
I heard
going to rest
Baldur,
up first.
Agusius, Dornan, Gwen, and Eden are on board. Okay.
I want to kill some skeletons. Let's go.
Fuck yeah! Well, we gotta rest up first
From
since
the
it's like the
tavern, you
evening
guys make your
before.
way out into the outskirts of the village, into an old abandoned house. There's no one here this week.
Oh, perfect. We got the house to ourselves.
You
I
walk in
guess
there, and it's pretty dirty and dusty in here. There's pile of firewood at the far end where you see a fireplace.
Yeah, but it's warm.
Alright.
But it's still like winter's just ending.
It's March now. It's the end of winter, so the snow is melting. It's the start
Is
of
it still
spring
cold
now.
enough to need a fire and sort inside?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, every night.
Okay, so Dornan lights a fire for everybody. Tells them to
Alright.
just spread out and rest up before we move out in the morning.
Okay. You guys get a fire going, and you enjoy yourselves around the fire. Get some dinner in your stomach. It'll cost you 1 pound of food each. So there's 7 members. So from 30 pounds, you drop down to 23 pounds of food. You roast
Sounds good.
meat and vegetables over the fire.
I drop all the food off to people.
What? Oh yeah.
Alright. After a night in the abandoned house, you guys rest there. There are some blankets you can find. But in the morning, after some breakfast, costs you another 7 pounds of food. You're down to, let's see, 16 pounds of food. Should still be enough for a day's march.
Yeah. Dornan makes sure that he shares his blanket with Gwen, so he can be Big Spoon.
Alright. After a night of rest, though, it is now day one of your adventure. Early in the morning, your party has had their breakfast, they're packed, they're ready to march. What is your course of travel from the village of Gavelon?
Eden, you said the west side. We should start on the west side and march down towards the ruins.
Yeah, march south. Yeah.
The
So
village is built
follow the
along the
river.
western side of the river.
Yeah, so follow
So
the river on the
stay.
western side south. Yep.
Alright.
If
Just make our
somebody
way
had a
down.
horse.
Fuck no.
So begin to travel on the west side of the river, south along the river. This is a 12-mile journey as long as you stay along the river. If you march off the river, You'll be marching through forested hills, which means you'll be slowed by 33%. Your party marches at the rate of medium footmen. You do have some people who are mounted in your crew. They will trot on their horses or trot along on their horses, and the rest of you will be on foot.
Wait, who's mounted?
Among your ranks, I believe at least Augustus is mounted. Is anyone else mounted? Is Eden mounted?
No.
Okay, so all of you are on foot except for the heavily armored fighter. Okay. You make your way along the river at this point. It is a 12-mile journey. I will be rolling 2 dice, or 3 dice. One for the weather, one for navigation, one for wandering monsters. During your day of travel. After a day's march along the river, making your way to Zavolta, you eventually are able to cross over many forested hills along the river that are in your way, perhaps, but you stay close to the river. You pass a few creeks, pass over a few creeks, but nothing very challenging. After a day of marching, your characters are tired, but in the distance now, the ruins come into view. You are currently standing north of the ruins, roughly this many yards times 10. From your current position, you're at 150 yards on a forested hill along the river. In the distance, you'll see past the trees and over the hills is the start of a ruin, the ruins of a hamlet. It appears multiple small stone ruins and walls. The stone foundations of various buildings. That is all that's left. That can be seen from your current position. Would you like to camp out here? It is currently about 4 in the afternoon. Everyone is tired from marching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All in
let's take a
favor?
break.
I
Aye.
Aye.
I
We are a safe
I
distance from the
Aye.
ruins. You get some
Okay.
rest. You gather some firewood. The next 8 hours will be spent. Your characters just will be resting during this time, perhaps discussing, and after this they'll get some sleep. But to put in a typical day, an adventure will work for 8 to 12 hours and will rest or do what they need to prep for 6 to 8 hours, and then they will get some sleep for about 8 hours. Um, as your characters are resting, you guys are allowed another 5 minute break. Come back in 5. You're welcome to stay in the call and discuss if you'd like, but imagine this is your break, your rest.
Okie dokie.
Guys, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like 80% sure that I'm the reason the skeletons are all awake again.
Why is that?
God damn it.
Okay, so when my entire party died except for me because I was in a cave like 60 feet below them in a ravine,
Yes.
and they all fucking died to some bugs. So I just went further in the cave because what are you gonna do?
Right, of course.
I found just like a bunch of skeletons, right? And I see one of them, he's got a pretty sick helmet. I'm like, gonna take that helmet. Go try to grab the helmet, and he grabs me, and like just I don't remember the exact number, but I'm pretty sure like just a ton of them just fucking pop up around me and cut me down.
how are you not dead?
And
Oh, never mind.
Down?
and ever since that happened, every adventure there's just been a ton of skeletons. So
Now, Derek, what do you not understand about this being a role playing game?
we're on break, right?
That's true, but that will break the immersion a little bit, confuse some of
Oh,
the characters. You can
oh,
talk about it after the game. That's fine.
oh,
But we're still
is
playing.
break still in like the
We're
roleplay
still
thing?
on a break, but try to just like stay in character
Well,
while
you
you're
just
playing.
shouldn't know that stuff until the end of the session or something, right?
Oh,
We're still actively in the dungeon, so if you tell us stuff that when you died and you know about the dungeon, then it's like extra information for us, right? That we shouldn't have.
Your character might be knowledgeable. Maybe if someone survived that adventure, But if your character just died in there and there's no one to tell the tale, then that wouldn't make any sense. Why would Beldrick know these things?
Oh,
You
I
told
thought
Beldrick these things, right?
that I had thought that when we're on breaks, we're like out. We can
You
just talk
could, but
about
at the same
whatever.
time, that's gonna confuse everyone in the game, though. So then I'm gonna ask them, why do you know these things? Who told you this, right?
I see. I see. I
So
see.
that's definitely gonna help out. You know, it's
I'm
like
sorry then.
not, yeah. It's just gonna confuse everyone. So why does he know this?
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
All right, it's called role playing though for a reason. So you play the role of your character. That's it.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to grab a mouse charger. I took another shot.
Oh, I can I ask you a question about your employment?
Ekin, are you there? I think you went to get some.
Oh, he's so mad, dude. Who's mad? Akin's pissed off.
I think
What
he's mad at
happened?
me.
Also,
The ref is so
he doesn't
mad.
respond.
What
He
happened?
doesn't
He's
respond to
losing it.
Atkins. His name's Ekin. He
The
doesn't respond to
referee's
Atkins.
losing it.
He's losing. He's losing his
I
shit.
thought it was Ishin. Isn't that how you're supposed to say it?
No,
No, I'm like pretty sure.
it's just Ekin.
It's definitely not
He told me
Ekin
Ekin.
or Ekin.
It's
I'm pretty
Ekin.
sure it's
It's
Ishin.
Ekin.
It's not
I
Ekin.
swear to God, it's Ekin. He's told me
He
it
told me there was an
many times.
SH in there.
Well, look how he spells it.
It's definitely not Ekins
Thanks,
because
dick-ass.
that's a
That's what we're
Pokemon,
talking
and
about.
he hates when people call him Ekans. So definitely call him Ekans,
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
or not, or not.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought he hated when people called
No.
him Ekin.
No, he likes Ekin, not Ekin.
I'm pretty sure both are incorrect.
We should ask him when we get back.
No.
This is vital information, guys.
Nah,
This
we
is
should keep.
detrimental to the
We
rest
should
of
just
the
talk
campaign.
about it outside when he's not there.
You
Genius.
should anger him as much as possible so that he kills your character.
I agree.
He's gonna kill your character whether he's angry or not.
He's
That is
definitely
true.
more likely to kill you if he hates you, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
He will
He's
let the
back?
dice kill you.
Welcome back.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, Ekin.
Ishin,
Had to go pee.
welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back, Ishin.
Is it Ekin or Ishin? We're having a debate.
Ishin, what's that? My name
Fuck.
is Ekin.
He says your
During
name's
the game, you
Ishin.
can call me Dungeon Master or Referee.
No, we know. Ref,
Oh.
ref. What would you like us to? Is that literally how you say it? Is Ekin? I swear you told me there was an SH in there before.
You're probably thinking about my college nickname. So back in like 2020 to 2021, I was in college, and my nickname in college was Eshi.
Eshi.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe that's what you told me. Understood.
Yeah.
Ref.
Eshi,
Wayne,
or-
Your name is
my
actually.
mom calls me Ekin. The real pronunciation of Ekin is Ekin. That's Turkish.
Okay.
But
like your,
a lot of
wait, hold
people
on, is
say
that like your
Ekins or Ekin when they see it. That's not how you say it though. Ekin is the proper Turkish way, but Ekin is how my mom says it. That's
Ekin?
what I grew up hearing. And the Chinese people is Ekin, like Ekin.
For some reason, I thought you said your mom as we were like talking about Jake's mom. So your mom calls me Ekin.
Your mom called me.
Can I call you Eki Weki instead?
Outside of the
Highly
game,
unprofessional.
I don't care what you call me honestly. But during the game, I'll call you your characters. You'll call me the dungeon master, the referee, the ref, DM.
Thanks, Ref.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Where's a better role to? Where's a better role to visit the dungeon?
All right, let us resume. So
Yes.
after a rest around or north of the ruins, nothing occurred. The night
Yes.
passed, nothing happened. After a day out here in the wilderness, though, you had your lunch, you had your dinner, which cost you another 14 pounds of food. You're down to 2 pounds of food in the morning, and there's nothing to eat for breakfast.
Well, shit, guys.
Well, that's not good. We didn't buy food.
We eat 1 pound of food a meal, right?
Indeed. Alright,
Bad.
so now it's morning and you guys are a bit hungry. Your
Oh,
characters can survive 7 days plus or minus a constitution bonus without food.
Did we pass by a river on the way here?
You've
Yeah, we
been
We've been
followed a
walking
river.
along the
entire
river.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go fish at the river. I'll be back.
We don't need food. Let's just go into the dungeon.
Yeah.
Breakfast is
Yeah.
the most important meal of the day. What are you talking about?
Let us venture forth. The sooner
Alright,
we finish, the sooner we can head back.
okay, so then
Who
you'll make your way
opposes to
into
just
the ruins at this point.
yeah.
Or let's discuss first. Some people think we should spend some time gathering food before we go in. Some people think we should just, while we're not hungry or not too hungry yet, we should explore.
Exactly.
Fine.
We
All in it.
fine for a little while. Should be fine.
what's up with the camera, man?
It does that. I can't do anything about it.
Alright, so does anyone oppose us just going ahead and exploring?
No. Whatever. My spine doesn't exist.
Okay.
My spine doesn't exist.
Alright, I think okay, so we're just gonna venture forth. Do we have a marching order that we need?
You can if you want. Sign for rank 1, rank 2 if you think you're ready for it, but for now you don't need it until you get to the actual ruins or stand
Yeah,
before the
that's
dungeon
fair.
entrance.
I think we just move.
Alright, in that case you guys start to
Onward.
march ahead toward a ruin. So you want to approach from the north or do you want to approach from a different direction? You're currently north of the ruins.
I just Idle and Jenks, what do you think? Oh wait. Who was the other experienced person? Was that Augustus?
Lance and Rain too. I would like to be out front with my pole, checking for traps.
Okay.
I'd like to check the rooms with walls, so I guess I'd kind of be at the back, maybe.
I believe that we're trying to decide which direction to go from.
We're not really.
Any opinions?
Eden, are you okay
Um,
with us just approaching from the north, like we did last time?
Yeah, just go south through through the hamlet.
Yep. Everyone pull weapons out. Can if you want to like. No, I mean like if you want to state what weapon you're pulling out, that'd be great.
I'm
Blink.
gonna pull up my bow.
Pull out my sling.
I would like to pull up my short bow.
Sling and shield, yeah.
I'll be going forward with my sword.
Oh, I took my sword
I'll
out.
pull
Alright.
out my slingshot as well.
At this point, your party's starting to march toward the ruins. They're making way from their camp southward toward the castle ruins of Volta. And the first part of the ruins includes the hamlet. So first, you're making way through the long ruined remains of a hamlet. All that's left are crumbled walls, the stone foundations of various buildings. It's all covered in all kinds of shrubberies and plants, vines and saplings and such, tall grass. But you continue to follow the river through the hamlet.
Thornan is observing the surrounding hamlet to see if he can hear any like rubble moving around, shit like that. So
So
he's
your
like,
characters are exploring. You're observing, carefully approaching them.
gotcha,
But if you would
gotcha.
like to stop at any point to perhaps take a listen, you can listen for about a turn, and I'll let you know if you are hearing any approaching wandering monsters. Would you guys like to stop midway and listen for monsters?
We can
Yeah,
afford it.
let's.
Yeah, let's just set a turn and listen and wait.
Alright, so you want to listen before you enter, or do you want to listen halfway through? Or when do you
Half
plan to listen?
halfway.
Alright, so you march into the hamlet, and then once you're nearing the castle ruins in the distance, you stop and take a moment to listen, see if you're being approached. Perhaps something's following you, perhaps something's up ahead. You're not sure, but you'll spend a moment listening, and I'll roll to see if you guys hear anything. If you're listening, if you're on guard, if you're paying attention, you can choose to listen. I'll give everyone a chance to speak. So as Dornan stops and starts to listen around, Eden's kind of tapping ahead with her pole. Perhaps she'll listen too. Eden, what do you think? You want to listen or do you want to keep tapping ahead?
I'll listen.
Okay, she stops and listens as well. And then Augustus, you're near the front. What would you like to do?
I'll just stay on guard with my sword and shield.
Okay, he watches and sword and shield ready. Beldrick.
I'm just gonna stand and watch with my bow.
Okay.
And just kind of
Herbert.
look around.
I'll listen.
Okay.
I'll listen.
And then Gawain.
I'll listen as well.
Very well. If you were not paying attention, and have, I'll I'll just let you know from now. If you're not new, or if you're new, right? How I do things is I will try my best. If anyone takes a different action other than the party, that's when I'll ask everyone for their own action. But if everyone's on board, we'll say everyone does it, right? Um, so when everyone, unless you all discuss it beforehand, then I might just say you all do it. However, as you can tell, half the parties, maybe a few of you are just watching, right? And weapons drawn. You can't listen while doing that, that's fine. I would say all of you are listening. Listening pretty much means you're on guard. If you're not playing the game, if you're perhaps AFK or not paying attention, your character will also be not paying attention, right? And therefore they were not on guard at the time. But all of you on guard, which guarantees most likely at least most of you will hear something. Vaxis hears quite well. Same with Eden. Augustus too, I think. No, not Augustus. That's we don't need this one. So Herbert, Eden, and Vaxis. You're trying to listen for any approaching wonder monsters, and you're not hearing much. Everyone else is doing the same, on guard, listening. But you think in the distance, back the way you came, you heard like a wood splinter. You did not hear an approaching monster, but you heard as if someone stepped on some wood. You look back to the rest of your crew members, and no one's out of line, no one's left behind to cause any old wood to creak or break. But the three of you managed to hear that. No one else heard it. You can discuss it if you'd like.
I think we're being followed.
If anyone wants to prepare missile weapons, that'd be great.
One more time, who heard it?
Nay, a twig snapped behind us.
No, who heard it? Did I hear it?
You were standing on watch, listening carefully. Gwen, you did not hear anything. Herbert
Okay.
heard something, apparently, and Eden and Vaxis, they all heard the same thing. Something behind us.
Three of us
Right?
heard it. Yeah.
Did I hear it?
So
Someone should notify the rest of the party?
I just
Why don't we
did.
start with that?
Or do you want to
Okay,
take a moment to
so-
discuss it and wait for whatever is coming to come? It's up to you. Or if it looks like you're discussing it, go ahead.
I suggest we spread out and prepare ranged weapons.
Okay.
All right. Are we all on board with that? Any objections?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So
Does anyone not have a ranged weapon?
Yeah, I don't.
No, you're the fighter. You're fine. You're
Alright.
heavily armored. You'll just hang back, and whenever they get too close to melee, you just jump in and we'll cover your ass from the side.
all right. So you all sort of spread out, looking back north then. And is your spread gonna be east to west or north to south? Whatever is approaching is
East to
behind
west.
you, so that's gonna be from the north, right? You spread out east
Yeah,
to
we're
west.
spread east
You're
to west.
watching north.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stay close to the river, or do you want to spread out into the hamlet and get behind buildings,
Get behind buildings.
or something
Yeah, we'll
else?
take cover.
Behind
And our fighter, what's his name? Augustus. He can watch our backs.
All right. It goes
Yeah.
as you keep watching the south then, as they ready missiles against the north flank. Eventually, without any noise, but appearing from somewhat the fog this morning, there's multiple figures approaching on your position. Five
That's not.
slim figures, very narrow, very spaced out. Eventually, you're able to recognize them when they leave the fog and enter your detailed view or vision. They're just the bones of humans walking toward you, carrying spears or axes in their hands. There's about 5 of them. Do you want
How
to open
far?
fire at this
I'd
point?
like to begin firing.
I would.
I'd like
I
to
would
fire.
fire.
Yes, I would like to
Yeah.
fire.
Are we
Uh,
firing
I would like to
together
fire.
as a volley, or do you guys take in turns?
Volley.
Volley.
Badass.
Volley.
Volley.
You all open fire at this point. So, Vaxis, you're gonna shoot. What's your weapon?
Bow.
Do you know which kind?
a normal bow.
There's short bows and long bows.
I think it's a sharp bow. Do you have that in the notes?
He does.
Alright, it's a crossbow.
Oh.
So try to remember your items if you can. Otherwise, you don't get to use it. If you're wrong, then you
Okay.
actually look for a short bow, but you realize you don't have one on you. But this time, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you're new. But moving forward, you have a crossbow. You chose that when you were purchasing items. You chose the crossbow and a case of corals. You have 7 corals. Alright, you open fire. And you hit. So 1 of the 5 are hit by Vaxes and takes 5 damage. Not enough. His coral goes through the ribcage of one of them. Alright. Then, also, Eden opened fire. Eden, did you fire the same one or a different one from Vaxes?
I'll fire the same one. I have a sling and a dex bonus +1.
Alright. We're currently at the
Not sure what the
distance.
range is.
Our current position from the enemy when they come to view is 20 feet. That is when they come to clear view. So
Wow.
that's short range. Alright. So Eden firing at short range with a +1 from Dex. Miss. And then Gawain, did you want to roll yourself?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll roll for Dornan. Let me know when you get your results. Okay.
I
Dornan
have
missed.
short range. Oh yeah. Oh.
Dornan. I'll count this as a backstab. We do partial backstabs here. If your enemy is unaware or you're behind him, you'll get the benefits of backstab.
What about Eden? Wouldn't Eden get a backstab as well?
She rolled on that one, it's automatic miss.
Oh, sorry.
I got
didn't
a
see that.
six.
So Dornan, you will get a +4 bonus for the backstab in this case.
And then I get +2 for close range in my dex bonus as well.
Right, so that's a +6, so that's a 13. That would hit because of your backstab. So you
Baller.
managed to take aim properly, and without the current positioning and the situation, you would have missed. But because of the situation, you hit. Which weapon did you have?
A sling.
Did you fire a different one from Vaxis or a fresh
I'm
one?
firing at the same one.
Alright, you guys target the same one. You're like pointing your target out, aiming. You landed 2 points of damage. So you and Vaxis crushed him. Your stone went to the ribcage as well. That one fell on its knees and died. Alright. And also, Gwen, what was your roll?
I got a 6 and a 20 base rolls.
Alright. And then that's a miss.
A 6 and a 1, sorry. 6 and a 1.
6
That's
and
like the opposite.
Oh yeah, the fighters may attack twice per round. So
yeah, I got a 6 and a 1.
Good call. Let's see. Baldric, you fire 2. We'll roll twice for you. -2 shots, Gwen. Track your ammo. At the end, I'll ask for the count. You have stones, which can be easily refilled. So
Yeah, no sweat.
let's see. But then, of course, in the dungeon, some areas of the dungeon don't have stones, so that's why they still gotta track it. Let's see. Baldric, which weapon are you using?
Short bow.
Yeah, 2 shots or 1 shot?
2 shots.
2 shots. 1 hit out of your 2 shots.
Okay.
You land it against a fresh one, 2 damage. Kill. Alright, there's 3 left. Herbert also took a shot. Which is your missile weapon? Sling? Or
Sling? Yes, sling.
9. Close range bonus. 10. Still not enough. Alright, in the first round, when you guys open fire on them, you managed to take 2 of them out. At that point, the enemy charged their position. Augustus, as you hear the enemy charging, although they don't make much sound, you can still hear the ground under their feet starting to make a bit of noise due to that charge. Do you want to turn and charge them back? Intercept them before they close in. They are spread out though, so you only can choose to intercept one as they engage in melee with various other members of your party.
No.
Did we roll for initiative, or
Alright,
do they get a
Augustus
turn this
continues
round?
to watch the south flank. We'll only
We
roll
got
initiative
initiative
if need
since we
be.
surprised them.
If what sign?
If need be, we'll roll initiative if need be. I'll check if either side was surprised. Neither side was surprised, so you all took actions while they were taking their actions. But the sequence for use is the one posted in the reference channel in case you want to follow along.
Okay.
So the combat, we do not use the sequence until the combat starts. That means when someone takes a combat action, we'll start the sequence from there. So say you decide to open fire and you started the combat, so we'll start the combat from the missile phase. Um, Instead of
Okay.
it being like they move and you're just watching them move toward you and then get attacked, right? So that wouldn't
Yeah.
make any sense. So we
Cool.
start a sequence from where whoever chose to engage into a combat, make an attack, pretty much.
So we just finished
So
the missile phase, and now we're at the new round, right?
yep. Now we're gonna move. We're gonna start from the missile phase, or move from the
Yeah.
missile phase. So you guys start the fighting at the missiles. And I'll post it in roleplay the sequence. So at the top, you can see a common sequence. So right after missiles, there's a chance for magic to go off, then miscellaneous actions. Then we're back at the start with morale checks. They are undead. They do not make a morale check. You have no retainers. Their power does not make any morale checks. There's movement next. You can see the enemy are charging your position and are about to attack you in melee. So as they are charging, you guys have a chance to switch your weapons out. I would say that occurred during the missile or the miscellaneous phase of the last round. So you could have dropped your missile weapons and switched to a melee if you want. Now, if the enemy does not charge you, you can take another shot at them as they engage in melee with your friends, but you don't know who they're choosing to charge against. You guys are spread out and they are spread out too. So it's recommended that you would switch to a melee weapon, but I can see why you might choose to stick to a missile weapon in case you want to try to get another shot off, right? They are currently, they were already moving to you. Now they are charging, so they are moving into
Do we
melee.
know? Do we know who they're moving at?
No.
No, they don't. So they can move to anyone that they want. I'm not gonna tell you until they're done moving. So, but they're moving toward your position. So it could be anyone standing with you guys. It could be Vaxis, Eden, Gwen, Dornan, Baldric, or Herbert. Augustus is currently south of your position, watching your south flank. So, starting with Vaxis, do you plan to try to take another shot, or do you want to switch to melee?
I'll try and take another shot.
Okay, Eden, how about you?
I want to retreat, use my pole out in front of me on the dragon along the ground. When I feel it dip into the pit, I'm going to jump over the pit.
You're gonna run back toward the pit. Okay.
Yes.
And Gwen. So for this round, you can make a movement and an attack in the same round. What is your action gonna be?
I'll switch to my melee.
Okay. Do you want to stand your
And
ground
you
and get
said,
ready to melee, or do you want to fall back?
They're going
Like,
towards separate targets, correct?
They're charging you guys. Some of you are too slow to retreat from them. Some of you are
How
retreating
spread
right
out
now.
are they?
They're about 10 feet apart. They are north of your position. Your party is about 5 feet apart. Spread out.
I'll
among the
stand my
ruins.
ground then.
You hold the line. You switch to melee.
Correct.
And Durnan, how about you? Do you want to?
Doran's gonna retreat behind Gwen so he can keep his missile out, and then he's gonna support Gwen.
Okay. And then
Can I still take a shot if I move?
yes.
Okay, perfect.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna take a shot from behind Gwen.
That's fine. So you're falling back. You're taking aim again. About to shoot again. And let's see. So then, Augustus, you're still south of the party's position. Would you like to? What would you like to do this round?
So, to be clear, is the party falling back to my position?
Some of them are falling back toward the south. Some are not. Most are holding the line.
No. Then I'll hold my position.
All right, Baldric.
I'm gonna move behind Gawain and take a shot.
Okay, you'll fall back, then take aim, and then Herbert.
I'm gonna take post beside Gwaine and try and hold him off.
Alright. Switching to melee.
Yeah, to my Warhammer.
To quickly switch to your melee weapons, you guys will be dropping your item, which will be a free action, and you'll be drawing your weapon as the enemy charge you. So they're not quite here yet, I would say. They're starting last round. They were some distance away when you took your shot. They are still charging. So again, well, they as you shot them last round, that's when they began to charge. So they are running at you. So I'll say they're in the midst of moving to you. Then we're gonna go into melee in a second. Some of you are moving right now. We're in a movement phase for round 2. And before you know it, they have already closed the distance against some of you with missile weapons still readied. Vaxis is one of them, further away from Durnan, who is holding line with Herbert. So Vaxis, Durnan, and Herbert are holding the line. Vaxis, before you can take another shot, because you're in the front line, you're engaged in hand-to-hand combat. Same with Durnan, same with Herbert. Within a moment, you guys are going
I'm
hand to
not
hand.
engaged though, correct?
No, you fell back this round, and
I
you
did
just
not.
kind of stepped back and shot, right?
No, I said I'd hold him to the line and
Oh,
pull
you
out
want
my
holding
melee.
line? Sorry, I mixed it up.
No, you're good. I was like,
Durnan
what?
is falling back, right? Gwen is holding the
Yeah.
line. Okay. Durnan, you fell back, and Gwen, you held the line. So then we're gonna go into melee. So Vaxis is first. Vaxis, you had your crossbow out. You could not shoot actually. You had to reload. And you were about to take aim and fire again, but you realize you have no curl. The crossbow is not even reloaded yet. So before you can even pull the trigger, a monster comes at you and tackles you, pretty much slams itself into you with an axe in hand. So it just charges and slams into you with an axe, scoring a 10 to hit. Your character has an armor class of 9, which can be adjusted by the dexterity modifier. So your character's dexterity is 6 minus 1. So you have a 10 armor class. You're hit. You took, before you could take it, before you could take a moment to reflect again or another round, right? In your misfire pretty much because you had no chance to even reload yet. Monster slammed you into the ground, and before you could really recover, there was an axe driven right into you. Let's see if you died from it. You're gonna get a saving throw versus death. You took 5 damage just now, which threw you down, dropped you down to 0 hit points out of 2. But to stay at 1, to live through this, you'll have to survive a saving throw versus death, which you failed. Dax went right into your face.
Oh,
Game is over for you. So for the
lovely.
remainder of the game, Darkness, you are welcome to take your leave, but it's game over. Otherwise, you may spectate to see how it ends for the others. But thank you for playing, and until next time. Alright, we have made the wrong action. Sometimes you have to learn when to retreat. So, especially when you're exposed or vulnerable. We'll see. Alright.
It's every time. Just so we're clear, it's every time.
Okay, so Vaxius is dead. Next is Gwen. You are charged as well,
Yes.
and you did not drop your sling, right? You held your shield. Do you want to do a defend?
No, I dropped my sling and pulled out my weapon. Yeah.
All right. So as
Yeah.
it was charging you, drop that sling, and you're in the middle of drawing your weapon, which occurs during miscellaneous phase. But then you have your shield raised. We'll say you can do a defend this round. So
Wait, why
you're-
can't I attack?
He did pull out his weapon.
You told us we had time to pull out melee
Oh,
weapons.
sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
he just stood his ground and pulled it out.
Yeah, I said missile phase. You could have pulled it out during last round, round 1. So right after you took your shots,
That's not what you said.
Yeah.
You didn't take my shot.
Unless you mean during the miscellaneous phase. Is that what you mean?
miscellaneous phase for the last
Oh,
round. For
yes,
round
correct. Yeah.
1. So this
Okay,
round you already
yeah,
had your
that's
weapon
what we
out.
agreed.
So you shot, you switched weapons, and now you're attacking with your current weapon.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so
y-
we are in melee still.
Ekan, you never ended up taking my shot.
From round 1?
Because I said that I was gonna get behind Gawain and shoot, and you never.
No,
This is
Baldric
round
took your
2.
shots
We are
already.
in
This
melee.
round 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, pay
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah,
Otherwise you'll
ranged
miss
is
your
not
chance.
Sorry, I got
Alright.
confused.
Okay, Gwen is attacking against a monster. What's your weapon, Gwen?
I have a hand axe.
Hand axe, normal sized. Let me see which weapon your
Correct.
foe has. There's a 3 in 6 chance that it's got a spear, 2 in 6 it's an axe, and 1 in 6 it's a or actually we'll do spear, mace, axe, or sword. Okay, it's gonna be a short sword. So this one has a short sword, so you both have. It's a small weapon, so you actually get the at least in the start you have initiative, automatic initiative. So then the red is the hostile attack roll. Give me the difference. You get the first strike. So before he has a chance to land a hit on you, you could kill him, right? But if you don't kill him in this one blow, he's a chance to land some damage on you. You land.
I'd like to roll my
Oh, you want to
stuff.
roll yourself? Go ahead. Are you going to roll your own attack roll? That's fine too. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I preferred to. Did you already roll?
Yeah, you're gonna roll yourself the whole way. I'll just try to remember that. So, once you guys choose your rolling method, we're gonna stick to it.
Thank you. I got a 17 and a 13.
Alright, so you have 2 attacks. Your first one occurred during the 5-second phase of the melee, we'll say. This happens before he even has a chance to really do anything. That's a score, and 13 is also a hit. So roll damage twice.
What are you putting on the hand axe? Is it a d6?
1d6. Alright. This is a fresh skeleton.
My first attack is 4 damage.
Alright, and what's your second?
3 damage.
Perfect. Alright. Before you know it, your short sword first, let's see. The bladed weapons are not as good against undead.
Hand
Your
axe.
first, X, yeah. Your first swing, you hit him pretty hard on the shoulder, and then your second, you're able to smash into some of his ribs. Let's see. So total of 7 damage. All right. We'll count it as 4. Okay. All right. And then let's see.
If I'm standing next to or kind of behind Jinx, can I make a missile attack
The
on that
enemy is
skeleton?
still standing, yeah, in missile phase.
Okay.
But bladed weapons are not as affected against the undead, or at least against skeletons. Next is gonna be the skeleton's turn. What's your damage bonus, Gwen? You have a strength?
No, my strength is 12. I don't have one.
Okay, close. Not yet. You suffered 2 damage so far in the melee. So as you land 2 hits in him, you actually got hit pretty hard for 2. Enough to kill the average man, but not you. Let's see.
Not even close.
Indeed. Next
How much damage
is
did you take?
just 2 damage. He took 2. The
Okay.
last in the melee on the fighting line is Herbert. Which is your weapon, Herbert?
A warhammer.
Normal sized. Your foe also has a hand axe. Okay. You both have normal sized weapons, so we'll do initiative. What's your dexterity?
It is 14.
You won. You got a first strike. Landing 6. That's a miss. But you're a dwarf. Just get 1 attack. So you did get a first swing. Then the monster rolls, misses. Alright. And you guys are going at it still.
When I post up the grid, I want to like look down at the corpse and I said, I fucking told you this was a bad idea, man.
Right. It's pretty horrifying. We already see 1 man is down. Missiles is next. So as your men are in hand-to-hand combat, some of you fell back behind them or not taking aim, but you don't have clear line of fire, right? So you might need to reposition to a flank to shoot. So this round you only are able to fall back, right? Get some space between you and the monsters. If you fire now, you risk shooting your men in the back. So this is toward Durnan. Do you want to take aim
Yeah.
now, or do you want to try to reposition to a
I'm
flank?
gonna reposition. I was standing right behind Jax, so can I just
Right.
like take like
So now
4
that they're
steps
in
each
melee,
side?
next round you're gonna move to a different position. This round, all you managed to do is just fall back so that they can engage in melee. And then next round you can flank. Okay. Beldrick, do you still want to take the shot? You fell back, so you did not get in melee, but you're
Yes,
behind the fighting line.
I would still like to take a shot.
What
Do
the
you want
fuck?
to shoot at the one that's fighting Durnan, or sorry, not Durnan, Gwen, Herbert, or Vaxes? That one, actually, there's a clear line of fire on the one that just killed Vaxes.
Oh wait.
Durnan,
Can
you want
I
to shoot that
fire
one
at the?
too?
Yeah,
Can I?
let's just shoot that one.
Yeah, can I fire at the one that killed Vaxies?
Yeah. You guys take him on this one and open fire on them. Uh, and then Eden, this round you're able to fall back, and as you're running back, you do not see any pits. You're in the hamlet still. Um, let's see. So you're running
All right.
south through the hamlet. You're able to get your normal rate of movement since you're just fully running back and you were not in melee. So what's your encumbrance? Is it medium?
It should be light. Well, I am wearing gambeson,
10
but
pounds? If you're at 40 pounds or higher, you think it's gonna be a medium. 40
clothes,
to 80.
picks, gambeson, short sword, bag, torches, 8 torches,
Yeah, you're medium.
tinderbox.
Definitely medium. Alright. You'll get about 60 feet this round. So for
All
that
right,
round, you get 60 feet southward through the hamlet along the river. You're sticking to the river, or if you move through the hamlet, you move slower because the buildings are in the way. So, did you want to go along the river as you fell back, or through the hamlet? But with the
sure.
hamlet, you have coverage. Like they will lose sight of you, right? Because the buildings.
Right, I'll go through the hamlet, and when I reach my end of movement, I'll turn and see if I can see any opponents.
Right. So you're running past Augustus, who's a little further back. You make your way into the hamlet, or further south of the hamlet, closer and closer to the ruins. About 30 feet, or about 60 feet. No, wait, 30. Yeah, you move half as fast through the hamlet. Okay, then back to um, we're gonna go back to
Me.
missiles. So Durnan and Belgic open fire.
Baldric.
So I'll be rolling for you both. This is gonna be Durnan. This is gonna be Beldrick. Alright, Durnan
Yes.
lands a hit. What's your weapon? Sling?
Sling.
You're going for the one against Vexes. This one's fresh. With a
Sounds like
sling,
I
it's
get 2
blunt
attacks.
damage. Blunt is good against the skeletons.
Oh, what
And
about my
you
second
land
attack?
3 damage straight. No
So I cut its
penalty.
HP in half.
Beldrick, you missed.
What
But
about
you have
my second
a
attack?
second attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Tracking ammo. What's your weapon?
Short bow.
Alright, make sure you're tracking your ammo. This is your 4th shot. Landing a hit. You're aiming the same one. 6 minus or halved. You do another 3, and together you and Durnan take down the one that just killed Vaxes. Alright, there's
Okay.
only 2 left.
2 to go.
Alright, we're gonna go into magic. No one's using any kind of form of magic. And then miscellaneous actions. Do any of us have a miscellaneous action? Such as switching a weapon, yelling, talking, communicating.
Yeah, I'll switch to my sword.
Alright,
I'll drop my sling and switch to my sword so I can help out.
that's fine.
I will
Durnan.
sling my pole over my back and ready my sling.
I'm gonna
Okay.
scream at the
Anyone else?
skeleton.
Herbert screams. Alright. Okay. Drawing attention to his position, perhaps. At most. Or at the very least. Let's see. We're gonna go into the next round. There's no morale check. There's movement, perhaps. We see, starting with Eden. Do you want to hold your position here and just keep observing for any approaching monsters? Or do you want to continue falling back?
I will actually creep forward silently as possible
Yeah.
and look for opponents.
Alright. So after falling back, you're making your way back to the fighting. And let's see. Then after you, it's gonna be there's some more movement. As you switched weapons, Dornan, did you want to move into melee?
Talking to me?
Yes, Dornan.
You want to move in? Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I'm moving to
we're in
melee.
movement phase right now. Okay, so after you switched weapons, are you gonna move it to help Gwen, or are you gonna
Yeah,
move in to help? Okay, Gwen.
I'm helping Gwen.
Gwen
I
looks like
got
he's
you,
pretty
Gwen.
capable. Herbert is maybe struggling, right? He's not as capable at fighting. He's a veteran, but he's a dwarf veteran. It's different from a human veteran. He's got
Alright,
different kind of
maybe
skills.
Dorna changes his mind last minute and runs to help her.
Okay, so
I'm coming, Herbert!
all right, and then Baldric, do you want to move this round, or do you want to continue to fire?
I'm just gonna continue to fire.
All right, and then let's see. Eden's creeping up. Augustus, do you want to change your action?
This is round 2, yeah.
Hold your
I'll
ground
move up
or
into
move up?
melee.
Get into melee. Are you gonna go and help Gwen, or are you gonna go and help Herbert?
I'll help Gwen.
Okay, so you're moving in to help Gwen. All right, we're going into melee. So before you get there, those who are already in melee will have initiative. So this is Gwen versus his skeleton first. It's just a one-on-one. Let's see.
Prepare to meet your end, foul demon.
Go ahead and roll attack. Your first attack has initiative. The second one, you'll perhaps have to roll initiative. Or actually, it will have initiative.
Hi-ya!
Alright,
7.
7? Okay, so, and the first swing, you miss. And then the next one, it has initiative because it's a short sword, close melee. So, moving forward, any close melee, small weapons happen first. Unless you can fall back, there's space to fall back. That'll be a fighting withdrawal though. And you're holding your ground. So, go ahead and roll again anyway though. You will lose initiative this time, but you will still score a hit. Your monster scores a hit, dealing before you can land that second blow in the same round. The monster lands a hit with its short sword, causing you 4 damage, enough to kill 2 average men. Let's see.
I got a 16.
Hits. What's your damage?
Let me roll for that.
Go for it. And then those who are gonna be in melee next, get ready to roll, or I'll be rolling for you.
A
But just get
4.
ready.
Yeah.
I cleave his head from his shoulders.
That is gonna be halved because it's an edged weapon. 2 damage. Right. This guy has taken multiple hits from you and is still
Yeah,
standing.
that's 6 total. God damn.
All right. So, but you're having assistance as you're crushing him. Someone runs into him from your side. It's Augustus. He joins you in melee. Augustus, for rolling to hit. Are you rolling your own dice, or do you want to use the bot, or am I rolling for you throughout the game? Augustus, you're about to lose your shot.
Rain.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
All right.
No, I'll roll. I rolled a 15 to hit, and 3 to damage for my first attack.
Okay, I'll trust this one, but if you're gonna roll with your own dice, you will have to use Cam. All right.
Sure.
Appreciate you. So that hits, and how much damage did you say you caused?
These are the rolls.
All good. All right. What was your damage?
3. So
3
I don't know
with
if you're
the.
gonna round up or not.
It'll be a 1. Yeah, we're gonna run down. So with a 3 or with 1 damage from a sword, you said? Yeah. All right. Together, you and Gwen take him down. Right. As Gwen chops his head off, you stab through the ribs, and it is finished. There's one left with Herbert. Herbert, before your friends can join you or assist you, you're on your own for another round. You both have normal sized weapons, so we're rolling initiative. You'll take white. What's your bonus again? +1?
It's 14, so yeah, +1 I think.
You win. You get first strike. Can mean the difference. Hits. And what you said, you got a
It's
X?
a Warhammer.
Warhammer. 1d6, blunt damage, no halving. 3 damage straight against 2. It's a fresh one, and you crushed him. that round. So as they finish theirs, you finish yours before anyone can come and assist you. Alright. And you saw someone preparing a fire behind you. So if he did fire, he would have potentially hit one of you in the back. But the fighting is over now. Your enemies have been slain. Eden, as you creep up, you see your men recovering from the fighting. They're done.
I want to run to Vaxis and like check if he's alive and if I can save him.
It is over for this, brother. Your cleric is dead.
Does he hold a weapon?
He might. Let's check.
I would also like to check.
Let's not leave anything for the dead.
Yep, checking as well.
Alright, Vaxis. He
Check,
is
Graf.
carrying.
You said
There's
there were 5 skeletons? Or 4?
Yes. 5
5.
skeletons you guys killed.
Okay.
Your party slew 5. As you look over Vaxis, you do see that he has a crossbow with some corals. There's 6 corals in his case. He has a symbol around his neck, a dagger on his belt. He's wearing a gambeson. There's blood on it. It is damaged. And there's a he's got his in the midst of fighting, the axe went through his face and into his gambeson. So there's blood over the gambeson. There's a bag of food on him too, so we'll need to definitely take that. This got 2 pounds of food.
Can I go and take his food?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
like to
it's
symbol.
my food. He was just carrying it. So yeah.
Alright. You may loot one thing at a time. Okay, so as he's taking the bag, who would like to take anything else? One at a time,
I
I
please.
want
would.
the symbol, Gawain.
I suggest you discuss it first and then maybe decide, so that way you're not rushing
Take
to take
his
stuff.
symbol.
Dornan vocalized he wants to get the symbol back to the church.
No, leave the man with his holy symbol.
I said
No.
I'll check it first, the body, so I think I would get to it first.
No, let him die next to his god. That's
Alright,
insulting.
so Gwen has picked up his symbol since he was there first.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wayne,
Dornan asked
Herbert
Dwayne if
is
like,
against this.
You have no tact.
Wayne, you already have a gambeson?
Yes.
Aldrich, do you already have a gambeson?
No, I don't.
All right,
I don't
here,
have
take
any armor.
gambeson. I will take this damaged gambeson and repair it, and I will have gambeson next time.
Okay.
So who wants to take the gambeson? It's 10 pounds. If you wear it, it's easier to carry naturally.
Yeah,
This is a
I'll
large
take the
hand.
damaged gambeson and give Baldric my repaired gambeson.
Okay.
Since the fighters need it, you know.
For sure. Alright, Beldrick, you're wearing a good gambeson now. She's taking off her gambeson. You put it on. This is a woman's gambeson. It unfortunately will not fit him. It's smaller.
Oh, really?
He's a man-sized. So
Come
human
on,
or
man.
male size.
You should take
Why
the
you-
damaged
Since-
gambeson then. It
You
might
gotta
be.
do
It
that,
might help.
man.
Does it protect it all, or no, or not at all?
What was
All
that?
damage. Does the gambeson, the damaged gambeson, protect it all, or does it not protect it all?
I would say actually, it's just
It did hit
bloody.
him in the
That's
That
it.
he got
It's-
hit in the face.
Yeah, it is just
Oh.
bloody. So there's blood over it. That's it. It's not damaged.
Oh.
It's a good
Okay.
gambeson. He can wear it. It's just there's a disease transfer disease wearing a bloody gambeson for too long. All the bacteria.
Yeah, it's fine. You can take it.
Yeah, I'll take
You
it.
can wash it out
Just
later.
clean it first before you put it on.
There's a river nearby, so you can rinse it off in the river.
Real fast, how much food was in the bag again?
2 pounds.
Okay.
As Dornan approaches the body, he wants to talk to Gwen about giving the symbol to the church in town. Maybe they give him a reward for bringing it back.
All you
Why would I
people
do
care
that?
about is money.
Well, no, because he was a disciple of God, so
He
maybe
paid
they'll-
for this. Why would I give it to the church for free?
No,
Eden,
I'll
might get
wear
you might get a reward for giving. it
No,
back.
I'll wear it
Eden-
and slay evil in the name of his God.
Eden
Oh,
looks
God.
covetously upon the symbol.
The
and
Lord
suggests
Jesus
that you-
Christ.
Hold on. Well,
Man.
Eden
Eden
suggests that you dice for it.
As you're discussing taking things, let's see it. So a few of you are
Can I-
discussing taking things. If you do
Can
not
I-
speak, I would like to hear what you're doing. So Augustus, as they're discussing, what are you doing?
I'm keeping watch.
Okay, you're keeping watch. I know Baldric is discussing, Herbert and Gwen, Dorna and Eden, you guys are discussing what to do with the rest of the gear. There's a crossbow and 6 coral still and a dagger on his belt. I highly suggest you take it.
I'll take the crossbow.
I'll take the dagger.
Okay, so Herbert, you get the crossbow then.
Is there a shovel in like this hamlet? Just wondering. I mean,
Shovel.
a
Just
shovel.
abandoned ruins. It's probably been
Spade.
looted. So
I don't know. It's a hamlet. Maybe.
you could look around if you want to spend the time. Let's see.
After they finish discussing Dornan's goals, what do you think? Can I use a short sword to decapitate the dead body?
No, we should put him aside and take him home later. It's
Well-
good. It's good to return our dead companions to their houses.
True, but I
Wait,
don't
surely
think
he meant
has
the
a house.
skeletons, not the.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Well, what if
The
it comes
skeletons
back?
fall apart. We don't have to cut them up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you
Well,
but
Fucking
we
nice.
can take their skulls and sell them.
yeah, we take the skulls, but I was talking about the dead body. If it comes back,
Oh no, it won't come back that
The
quickly. Or
acolyte
whatever.
Vaxis
We're good.
promised to go on campaign with you. He knew the risk he took. He is dead now. His house
So,
might
yeah.
appreciate if you brought his body home, but it's not required.
We'll worry about the body when we come back. We can grab the heads for now. How much do they weigh? Like a pound or something each?
The skulls, yeah, they're about a pound each, probably 3
yeah,
pounds maybe.
Dornan grabs one of them, hooks it on his belt, and like hands the rest of them out. So each one.
There are 5 skulls you may claim. They don't take much to pull off, because there's no
Can I-
flesh on them.
Yeah,
I'll
Can
put
I-
I can take 2 and carry them.
sounds good.
I'll
Alright,
how
I
many
will allow
can I
you guys
take
to
and
hang
put
them
in
from
my
your
bag?
belt, but carrying them will cost you one of your hands, right?
I have a sack.
Oh,
Can I
perfect.
put-
You can sack it.
Yeah, I
Can
have
I-
a bag. It has 8 torches and a tinderbox in it, but it can
Uh,
probably hold
I have
two.
a bag. I have a bag with only 2 pounds of food.
No,
So,
don't put
do you want to
skulls
spread
in
out
with
the loot, or do you want to just give it to one person and carry? How do you want to do this? If you
Jenks
spread
has
out, it
got
just
2.
takes
I
longer
got
to
1.
distribute.
We
I have
just
to
need
write
to
it
take
all
care
down.
of 2 more. Or someone can
Needs
just
to
hook.
carry 2.
Yeah, they
I
can
could
just hook it
probably
on their
take
belts
the
though.
first 3. I could probably take a couple,
Alright,
but don't
so
Okay,
put
I'll carry the
skulls in
last
let us
ones.
discuss first, so I don't have to erase and change it up. So once you have a final decision, let me know on who
We do.
carries what. Oh, we do. Okay.
So
Yes, I'll carry
So
2.
what I suggest we do is we stick them all in the bag and then stick the bag on my horse.
Because it
So
does
we're
have a
not
horse.
carrying it around.
Yeah, you have saddlebags, so we can just put them in the
You can
saddlebags.
just put it in
Okay.
saddlebags.
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So yeah, we just carry the skulls over and put them in Augustus' saddlebag.
Good to go. When you pick up these skulls, you find that they're etched with strange incantations, right? Allowing
We
them
can
to perhaps
head
be
back now
possessed.
and just sell the skulls. We don't have to go into the dungeon if we don't want to.
They're 10 SP each, I think. How many people are here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 people. It's uneven
Do
number.
we expect a fight immediately upon entering? Pretty much.
Probably.
Hey,
You
I say
can-
this is good enough to start. This is good enough to.
'Cause, I mean, I'm pretty hurt,
Yeah. We already got one hurt guy.
but I mean,
We
it's
could
hardly
get-
enough silver for all of us to split.
It's
Full
like
bags of
50
game
SP
one if
maybe.
you want. Get some rest here. Stock up on food, and if there's enough game time, you might make a second trip back to Zavolta after some
We
rest.
could do that.
Can I carry?
Oh
his
yeah, we could do
horse?
that. Let's do that.
Can I
Because
carry
we're
his
only
horse
about
forever?
an hour into our game right now, I think, or 2 hours
Oh,
into our
shit.
game. So you do have some time still. You're quick enough.
How much could I heal if we went back? You can.
Every day of rest, you'll heal 1d3 hit points plus or minus your constitution bonus.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we should head back then if everyone's cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. But can
I
carry-
seem to have underestimated the undead, and I'm quite injured. Not to mention our dead fellow there. We must bury his body post haste. I say we head back now.
We should return his body to his house.
No.
No, I agree with Eden. We should return him to his home.
All right,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Let's do that instead.
Alright, 2 are on board. And then Gwaine switches his mind or changes. Yeah. Alright, in that
All
case,
opposed?
no one is
Alright, let's
opposing.
go.
You can load him onto Augustus' horse if you want. Then Augustus will be on
Yeah.
foot though.
I grab the dead guy's mouth and I go, nay.
Or actually, Augustus should still be able to ride his horse.
I don't actually do that. I'm ready to go.
A good jest. Alright. You load up. Augustus has to be mounted if you want to travel at a reasonable rate. He is a heavily armored fighter, after all. You load it onto the back of his horse. His body.
No. We've discussed this last.
Oh, you're
game.
medium? Okay.
I'm medium.
Perfect. So you're fine. On foot. If you do choose to be on foot instead. Alright, we are traveling back to Gevlon now, or do you guys want to rest? You don't have a lot of food, so I would recommend marching now while you still got energy in you.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Alright, we still got a whole day to march home. It was only morning when you took off into the ruins, so you still got plenty of time to get home. And on the way home, we'll make the same rolls we did on the way there, a day of marching.
Uh-oh.
2 and a 9.
We're good.
We
Only a
alright. We
one.
alright.
Wilderness encounter, hopefully.
We alright. We
No.
alright. We alright.
No.
No.
Who
We
the
do
hell
not want
said
a wilderness
hopefully?
encounter.
That's
No.
nothing.
Well, no, there's probably some. There's plenty of things that are worse than a wilderness encounter.
No.
Alright,
There's
Hey.
nothing worse than a wilderness encounter.
Yeah. That's
on the
kind
way
of bad.
back to town and the forested hills. At some point along the river, let's see if either side is surprised. Right, you have approached a surprised monster. You are 10 feet from it,
Oh,
and you
shit.
find it resting on a tree 10 feet above your positions. Or 10 feet away on a tree. It's about 30 feet in a tree, but it's only 10 feet up ahead. It's not approaching. It appears to be surprised, right? So it's not. Perhaps you have a chance to move past it, but it appears to be this 5 foot long spider
The
that
beetle.
it blends in
Oh.
quite well with its surroundings. You just managed to barely spot it with a crew of about 6 members.
I'm sorry,
It
you
is-
broke up there. What was it?
It
It's
is
a
a
fucking
5 foot
spider.
long spider
It's just a big
Spider.
ass spider.
hanging on
We
a
gotta
tree
kill
10
it.
feet ahead of you. You seem to have
Uh,
surprised it, so it doesn't realize you're there as you march along
I-
through
Can
the
I-
woods.
Can I try and shoot it with my bow?
I
was-
begin walking away slowly.
Can I
Belger
run-
takes aim and fires at it.
Okay.
As
Run
he
away,
does
run
this,
away,
what would you
run
guys like to do? Some
I
of you
do
are running
fire.
away. Some of you could try to stop Beldrick.
I want to try and stop Beldrick.
Bro, don't
yeah.
stop me. I
Alright.
could kill
Can-
this
is
shit.
there-
Get
is
there-
get its
Is
fangs.
there a possibility we can actually stop him from firing?
Yeah, you could grab at him if you're fast enough. You can stop him from shooting.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab at him and stop him.
Okay,
from fucking
you'll roll
shooting
initiative
5 foot
against
spider.
against Beldrick as he's trying. Some of you are running away. Let me get everyone's action. So Eden's running off. Gwyn is running off. Or Gwyn, are you running off or what are you doing?
Yes.
Okay, you're running off after Eden.
Oh,
Goose is
excellent.
on his horse. Goose, is you want to ride away or what's your action?
I spur my horse forward.
Oh, you have it charged forward.
Yeah.
Past it. Okay.
Past it, 'cause
Okay.
it's in
The
trees.
party is starting to split up. So Goose, as soon as you see this, right, you're like you're marching along. You're probably actually scouting ahead because you have the horse. You're about to you hear one of your men immediately like raise his bow, and at that point you take off riding past this monster's position out of this part of the woods. And Eden and Gwen, do you want to charge after Augustus, who continues going straight forward past it, or do you want to go back the way you came? Which way?
Back. I want to go back.
If you go
I'm
forward,
following
there's a chance this thing might drop on you, right? Because going forward means you're going beneath it. So, if it's a
Can I cancel? Is it too late to cancel
Nope.
my attack and stop?
It is too late. All right.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's
following
time.
Eden.
He already tried to take aim and fire, and some of you try to stop him from shooting. He's about to. Yeah, at this point. Yeah, I'll let you. You're in the middle discussing. Beldrick, do you want to stop? It's your choice. Do you want to stop?
I will stop.
All right. You made a
Oh,
lot of
thank
ruckus in doing so, and therefore the monster woke
Shit.
up. Some of you
It's
ran off,
hurt.
but that thing is on the tree, and it climbs further up. And as it climbs further up, and some of you are still standing there, suddenly a whole, let's see how many more drop down on you.
Would I
Okay,
have
just
to
one more
then-
above your position drops down on a random character that's standing
Since
between or besides Beldrick,
Since,
and that's gonna be Herbert and Durnan.
since Beldrick stopped,
Don't
our
do
actions
since he
go
canceled
better.
his action. Don't we get? Don't we
He
get
made a
other
lot of
actions?
noise, right? You guys were holding him. He like eventually stopped, right? What's your next action?
Oh, I was gonna try and fucking run. I didn't
Alright.
realize. I
You're
thought
trying to
since
book
he
it,
canceled-
but in the middle of trying to stop him, right? Another monster dropped down from the trees above you. This one drops down with a surprise and lands on We're gonna do 1 and 2 is Durnan, 3 and 4 is Baldric, 5 and 6 is Herbert. All right. It ends up being Baldric, the one you guys try to save
Fuck.
from causing a combat.
God
It
damn
drops
it.
down on Baldric, and let's see if it hits him.
That's karma.
It's clinging onto him. It's on him right now. It can't hit him quite yet, so it's hanging onto him, trying to bite him, and it's this massive 5-foot-long spider on his upper body, hanging on his back, trying to get its fangs in, but he's trying to keep it off of him. And then, as this is happening, Jordan's taking off. Herbert, do you want to help Baldric, or what's your move from here?
I mean, is there only 2 spiders that I see?
One ran up the tree and one dropped down from the tree.
Herbert would probably try and help Baldric. So he's
Okay.
gonna slam
Swing
him
at
with
it?
his warhammer. Yeah.
Alright. A lawful character. Let's see. Proven multiple times over. You land a hit, you deal 3 points of damage. Do you have a strength adjustment?
I do not.
Okay. So you land 3. Let's see if it's a kill or not. Alright. Excuse me. Okay. You crush one of its legs, you think, or at least get a good hit on it. And as soon as that happens, it tries to bite against him again. While it's hanging onto you, you're trying to take it off. Let's see. What kind of attack do you want to make against it, Baldric, as it's clinging onto you? You want to try to throw it off, or you want to hit it with a weapon?
I'm just gonna try and like get him off of me. Just trying to like throw him off.
Okay. So first you're just gonna try to grab him, throw him away. As you're trying to do this, the monster is trying to hit you still, with its teeth, its fangs. We're gonna see initiative. We start with closest melee, which is just between, of course, Baldric and the monster. 6 and 6. Baldric, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity? I don't know my dex.
Alright, it's simultaneous then.
I think I do have a +1 though. Can you check for me?
Alright, you have a minus, I think. No, it's a
I
plus
do.
0. Okay.
Oh,
Simultaneous.
okay.
Alright. You land a hit, and let's see if you're able to force it off of you. Rolling a force check. Throw double your weight. You're able to only control your normal rate, so I would say you do manage to grab onto him, but you do not manage to throw him. So you do have a grip on it though, so you don't have to roll to attack again next round. You have it grappled, so you're holding it at the moment, and next round you can just attempt to throw it off of you again. But as you're holding it, you're just managed to keep it held in your grip, but it could still try to break free or attack you as you're holding it. So
Shit.
in the following, as you're holding it, we're going into the second swing of Herbert's Warhammer. Landing another hit, dealing 5 damage, just enough. As it continues to hold on, or as you hold it on, you're trying to throw it off of you, you got a good grip on it, but you didn't throw it off, right? And before it could get another strike into you, Herbert smashes its head in without hitting you. And
As
kills
soon
it.
as I kill it, I want to grab Baldric by like the arm and then just book it.
Book it. Alright, you can hear more of them
Damn, we
crouching
could
in
have
the
taken his
trees.
bucket fangs.
Alright, so the party is split up. Which direction did you run off? Up downstream, which is south, or upstream, which is north? The horse ran off to the north, and the
I would
others ran off to the
follow
south.
Eden and Gwen to south.
Alright, so you fell back then. You did not go deeper into the woods. Or you all are already in the woods, but you're going back into known territory, which is south of you. Meanwhile, Augustus, you ran off. How far ahead do you want to keep riding? You want to just keep going, or do you want to stop and wait for the party, or what's your plan? You're split. Want to wait for your crew, or what's your move, Augustus?
Rain.
No, I was gonna like get off my horse and engage in combat, but
Okay.
since it's already over, I'll just wait for the party.
Alright, so you dismount in case you need to then if you want, or you want to stay on your
Yeah.
horse. You can
So,
fight from
yeah,
your horse, by the way,
I
too.
gallop forward, stop and get off my horse and wait.
Alright, so you wait for your crew, but of course standing your ground on foot is a lot more stable. You wait down there, in case they do come back. If they do come back, back to the rest of you. Most of you retreated together. Eden and Gwen, did you guys stay together? Or um, did
Yeah,
one
I
of you
was
want to
following
okay.
Eden.
Eventually, Dornan catches up to you. You can see Baldric and Herbert are on the way. You guys want to slow down for them?
Yes.
All right. So you are eventually regrouped, and all that's missing is Augustus in the loot. So you guys want to
Oh,
resume travel along
yeah.
the river back to town, or
Let's try to sneak around these guys through the woods.
We could. There was only one
let's
other.
let's get further away from the woods. Let's get further away from where they were.
We could recover their corpses, though we only saw one other. And also, I think we needed to talk about this, Baldric. You don't shoot. You wait.
We weren't really going through the woods. I mean, we were going along the river.
along the river.
Yeah, so either we have to cross the river and go past them, or we have to go around them through the woods.
How wide is the river?
I apologize.
You don't have to. It would have been your life.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, how wide is the river? I think that it's probably difficult to cross without a horse, and it's still pretty cold, right? Still cold weather.
It's
Yeah,
the
it might
start
get
of spring, so
hypothermia.
most of the snow is melting. The river is flowing pretty fast with all the ice melting.
Yeah, I think that we should probably try to sneak around them through the woods.
I mean, we can just see if they're near the
What if-
road as
what if
we
they're-
approach and just shoot them from far away.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that
there
is
also
another option. Yeah.
there
I
also
think that's
might
what
be
we
some in the
should do.
woods though. If we try and travel the woods, we might get dropped off.
That's what I'm worried about. I think they're more likely to
Yeah.
be hanging out in the woods anyway. So I say we just stay as close to the river, as far as away from the woods as we can, and then just shoot it if we see it. Keep an eye out. Go slow.
All right. As a
I'm
group, we
past
can
them.
move up and fire when ready.
I'm following Eden and Gwen, and I have my crossbow ready.
And just to be clear, if we're less than like 300 meters, we should not shoot. Like if we're closer than that, we should try to get close to 300 meters away because we can shoot accurately from that.
300 meters? That's way out of sling range.
No, it's
That's
not.
way out of bow range.
Also keep in mind, the landscape is not exactly flat. You're in forested hills, so despite
Wait,
your
what kind of
weapons
range do you do, Ekin?
Hmm?
What range are we going off of? Are we going off like real ranges for these weapons or what?
we're going off of the ranges in the book are pretty accurate for the most part. That's accurate
Let me see.
range. So like,
Hey.
although you could shoot a bow pretty far, perhaps it won't be accurate, right?
You can accurately shoot a sling from 300 meters.
No.
Yes.
No way.
Look it
Short
up.
range
Nah,
is
you
50
can.
meters.
The
It's
average
50
man
definitely
feet.
can, you're
accurately
tripping.
sling a stone from 300 meters, or you mean like a
Not the average man, but we're
trained
warriors.
slinger?
We're not average men.
Yeah, well,
There's no
Yeah,
way.
that is a fair point. We are not average men.
You can't sling 3 football fields. There's no way.
Want to bet?
You can.
that's like maybe 1 out of 1,000 men, right? You're not that, so.
Why not?
Yeah,
Have a
you're
level.
not that. You're not that guy.
Oh,
Unless your dexterity was super high and you're a high level fighter with a high attack bonus.
I'm talking
maybe.
max range. I'm not saying I would get like crazy attack bonuses.
Yeah, but accurate
Max
range
range
where you're
on a
gonna
sling
hit
is like 180 feet or something.
your
It's,
target. So
it's like
the
half
range in the
of
book is
100
pretty accurate. I already did some research on the sling's accurate range, and slings do shoot further than short bows, indeed. But they're not as accurate as a short bow. So
I don't know. 160 feet is weak, but continue.
all right, this is accurate range for the average combatant. So of course, if you want to master slinging, that's fine. But
Well, in the book, the max range is 160.
yeah,
Which is silly.
160, and the max range for a short bow is 150. Accurate range.
Which is silly.
That's accurate range though. That's actually I looked it up, and historically, for most the average troop, a sling can shoot further accurately than a short bow, but a short bow
An
is more
effective
accurate.
range between them for a short bow is between 50 and 150 yards.
This is fucking stupid. Can we play our game?
All right.
Wine.
You
It's
may
important.
discuss combat tactics later, I suppose.
Well, this is rules, though. That's why we're discussing it. I don't
okay.
care about tactics, but let's go ahead.
All right. Yeah, we're just using the rules in the book, so
That's
there's
what I was
good
asking.
reasoning behind
Good
it.
answer.
All right. We shall continue along the river then. And soon you see the remains of a dead spider up ahead. 5 foot large, 5 foot long, hairy hunting spider.
I want to look up into the trees. Do I see any more?
Carefully observing, looking up ahead, there's no spiders to be seen.
Can I listen? Can I make like a listening check?
You want to listen here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or not below the trees, but like you
Right,
know.
from a safe distance. See if they're
Yeah.
approaching or not, making noise up there. As you're preparing to listen, that means you're stopped. So you suggest this to the rest of the party, because this will take a turn. Do the rest of you, are you on board with this? Standing your ground, listening for the monsters, or do you want to advance?
I'm on board.
Wait, so we're all met up now, or?
No, we are still split from Agusis, but the party is marching along the river, and before we approach the dead spider up ahead, Herbert has suggested that he would like to stop and listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so you take a moment to listen. Eden, are you listening too, or something else?
Yeah, I'll listen.
Alright, Eden, Dwayne, Dornan,
Yep.
Baldric, and Herbert. Right. You can hear them in the trees, but you can't see them. They're not really approaching though. They're just moving back and forth in the trees. You think?
All right. We will not be recovering the body then. Yeah.
Do we
You want to
think
go around
we
this
hear
part of the woods,
multiple?
or
Do we
you
what?
can't tell? You can only hear that there is something approaching in the trees.
We just hear something moving around in the
Yeah.
trees.
At the
Okay,
moment,
so
in the
this
same
sounds like
area.
one
So it
from
could be
one
one there,
direction,
it could
right?
be multiple, but it's in the same area, just up ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I say we just move past quickly, as close to the river as possible.
So
I
go
agree with
around
Dwayne.
it through the forest, or you want to move quickly through it, or do you want to get into the river and go around it?
Well, I mean, so how far is where we're walking from the river, and how far is it from the trees?
It's along the river in the trees. So maybe if you go deeper into the woods, you might be able to go around it. The area
So
at
these
least.
trees go right up to the river, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can go into the shallow end of the river, just off the shore, and march through the river instead. Get your feet a bit wet, but somewhat cleared off from the trees at least.
I'm not sure if it's likely they'll chase us.
We killed one of their brethren. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to go further into the woods then? Because they said we couldn't cross the river.
we can cross
I
the river.
don't want to go.
Don't have to cross the river to go around.
Deacon said it was really well. Yeah, we'd have to go into the woods though to go around, right?
I think that I would prefer the woods. In fact, if you guys want to go a different way, that's fine. But I would like to break away from the party then and go through the woods, several 100-meter radius semicircle through the woods to get around these guys.
No, I mean I think that's the only option.
Yeah,
Fuck
agree
it.
with Eden.
I'll follow Idle. Or follow
Alright.
Eden.
What about Augustus? Where are we supposed to meet up with him? I mean,
You saw him. The last you saw him, he rode along the river.
Yeah, we should meet up with them.
So
He's
meet
not gonna
back with him
get
in
off the
town,
river, right?
if anything, right? If you can't find him out here again.
yeah. And also, just wondering, is Vaxus's corpse with Augustus or with us? Because we were carrying it.
It was always
Right,
with
think-
Augustus. It's not with you guys. Augustus, we're
Okay.
gonna return to your party. It's been almost 3 turns since you last saw your party. Been waiting for half an hour.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate.
Do you want
I
to continue
remount up.
back to
I
town? Or
remount up.
what was
Sorry?
it? Yeah, go ahead.
I remount up and head back to town. It's been half an hour, right? I haven't seen or heard anything from them.
Exactly.
I'm not going back towards the site, so
All right. The rest of you are making your way around the the spider area. And how far into the woods do you want to go before you make your way back to the river? The further you go, the longer it'll take you to get home. So, naturally, because you have the recourse.
So sorry, every 10 minutes we move 190 meters, right?
If you're carefully moving, but if you're just standard march, it's a different rate. You move a lot
What's
faster.
the standard rate?
Standard rate would be 12 miles a day. Or
Well, so how many at 10 minutes though?
in 10 minutes, it's hard to really tell, but if you're depends. There's a lot of math behind it. So simply put, do you want to carefully go through the woods, or do you want to just standard march through the woods first before I do any math?
I mean, we should probably go carefully, right?
Yeah,
In
probably.
that case, if you're going careful, then we do your encounter-based movement in yards. So as a party, you'll be marching 60 yards every 10 minutes.
How long will it take us to make it back? That's what matters here.
You can do 60 yards outward and then 60 yards back inward. So 20 minutes, right? If you think 60 yards is enough. So 60 yards
I'm
is
thinking like
also 60
120. Let's just
meters
spend an
or
hour.
180 feet. Do you think 180 feet into the woods is safe enough before you make your way back to the river?
No, I mean, I think we need to do. Let's just spend an hour.
A
So
whole
we'll
hour
go like
marching?
triple that, yeah.
Carefully marching. So in that case, it would be 600 yards. Right? No, it would be sorry, times 6.
270 yards.
360 yards into the woods, and then you do 360 yards back to the river, if that makes sense.
No, sorry, an hour total. So 270 yards in, 270 yards out. Like a triangle.
It would be 60 times 3, so...
Oh, is it difficult terrain or something? Is that why?
You guys are medium footmen.
We're in
if
the
you march
woods.
together.
Medium's 90, I thought.
No,
Medium
it's
is
light.
60-20. That's light.
Oh, wait, so sorry. Just to be clear, I'm confused.
Your party's movement is at the slowest member, so it's medium. 60-20 is medium. Light
No,
is
sorry, I need to go.
90-30.
I'm confused now about the weight stuff. So
40
we're at
meters,
medium.
80 pounds of
Somebody's
gear
over
is...
80 loud.
No. If you're over 80, that's heavy.
So somebody's over 40 is what you're saying.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Multiple characters are over 40.
Oh, okay.
So most parties are medium footmen. And that means 180, we can do 180 feet or 180 yards into the woods, then 180 yards back to the river. Or you can attempt, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can do that. That's fine.
Alright. Okay, so you just lose an hour. You probably won't make it back to Gavilan on the same day, unless you force march.
Why not?
The woods are
Didn't
also
we get
difficult
there?
terrain.
We got there at
true.
4 p.m. last time to the ruins, right?
So if you move through difficult terrain, forested hill, you actually in half an hour, you weren't able to score one. It doesn't really matter either way. Any distance is really safe. You chose to spend extra time ensuring the safety of your party.
Well, wait, I'm just confused. So we got up to the ruins from the village at 4 p.m. So we should get back to the village at 5 p.m., right?
No.
Why would it take an extra day? Why not?
It was a 12-mile journey to Zavolta.
Right.
It took you 8 hours to get there.
8 hours is 12 miles?
Yes, at medium footman rate along the river. They were sticking together.
Okay, so I mean, we'll just take an extra hour then, right?
Yeah, there will be about maybe an hour left in your march, and that will happen during day 2 or in a forced march. So the day is coming to an end, and
yeah, let's do a forced march.
Just forced march back to Gavilan. You'll just take a day to rest in the village to recover from that. You're gonna rest anyway, so that's forced marching is fine if you're about to make your way back into town.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we meet up with Augustus when we get there.
Exactly. All right. So day 2 is coming, or day 1 is coming to an end, and eventually you're able to finally meet up back in Gavilan. Augustus, you arrived earlier in the day, and you probably stayed in the village for a little bit, recovering from the adventure, probably stayed at the tavern, just relaxed there for a bit, hoping that your party might meet you there. Would there be any other place you'd like to remain before you gave up on your party and perhaps sold the skulls to the temple and moved on with your life?
No.
Tavern
No,
fine with you?
I'll wait until bedtime
All right.
before
So
giving
wait
up
there.
hope on them.
You know your party is pretty capable, and one spider shouldn't be enough to take them all down. So hopefully at least some of them get back home.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. And eventually they do arrive in town, and like usual, most parties will visit the tavern on the way into town. And you all will regroup. Eventually you'll find a goose is waiting for you there. And with that, we'll fast track the series. We can continue the adventure or end the game. We have about an hour of game time left. Do you guys want to continue after this rest, or do you plan to wrap it up here?
I say we should just wrap it up here, man.
All right, one down to wrap it up. So we'll wrap it up then. Um,
Okay.
if we want, we can start another game later today, but it won't be until maybe later, of course, maybe around 2000 JST. Most of you will be asleep. That'll be the European game. So if you're still awake, you're welcome to join. But it's
How
pretty
many
simple
hours will that
adventure.
be from now?
So nothing too crazy, right? A little bit of risk taken. Lost one person due to him being just new. Unfortunately, made a bad choice. But let's see. In the village, you're able to turn in your skulls to the temple, allowing you to receive 10 silver per skull. They are indeed skulls of animated undead. Um, let's see, that is 10 silver each. That's 5 skulls for 50 silvers. That's the party loot so far. And we did not get to claim the spider. None of us took the risk to try to claim the spider's remains or valuables. So that was kind of a miss. Um, in that case, you did also bring the home or the body of Vaxi's home. And there, in that case, House of Darkness might be in favor to your party. Might play again. There's not much this character inherits because he was brand new, so his next character doesn't really get anything out of it. He gets looted, him, right? He has nothing to pass on. But at least you look more professional. Um, you're in favor of his house, at least I would suppose, or I would think. With 50 silvers and there being 6 of you left, should we divide it equally, or how do we want to divide it? Equally, and
We
extras
divide
go
it.
to.
Yeah, equally.
If we divide it equally, we'll have everyone should get 8 with 2 left over.
That should go to
Equally.
whoever compensated.
Yeah,
Or,
whoever bought food, right?
yeah.
And
that was
yeah,
me. I'll
do
take the
two.
extra 2, so I get 10.
All right. So Durden
So-
receives 10, while everyone else receives 8.
Okay.
Real fast, is my gamison now clean?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So congratulations, you guys survived and you won tonight's game of Dungeons and Dragons. To live and tell a tale is to win. So wasn't anything too crazy. We did not even make it into the dungeon. We made it to the ruins at the very least. But hopefully next time with your new characters, this is actually a pretty good start for all the newer characters. You can better equip your crew for a deeper and longer delve, right? You just gotta, everyone's gotta start somewhere. So, and then of course
Yep.
for those who are returning, good work. Kept your men alive. I don't see you guys. You guys did good today. Eden, Augustus, Dornan, did just fine. Of course,
Did we break
you're
any
encouraged to
big
continue
rules?
to take on more responsibility or more risk. What's up?
Did we break any rules? Like the 10 tips? Can you think of any?
You split the party at some point, and you did not discuss, and someone took an action without the parties, being in full agreement, and that could have cost multiple lives. Naturally, bodies attract bodies. Jordan and Herbert were definitely at risk when Baldric made that mistake. It could have
Yeah,
been
my
any of you
bad.
that died, due to one bad decision, right? To like in a situation like that, you got a freebie right there. You can figure out how to kill them discreetly, right? Or you can just easily avoid the encounter. Instead, you chose to do the most basic action, which will cause a fair battle. And why would you want to give your opponents a fair chance to kill you? I don't. That you got a whole. You just gotta think about that, all right? Like,
How much
Oh, I
how
did
much would
wanna
it have sold? Like, how much could I have sold it for?
Don't matter now.
Yeah, you don't have it, so.
Uh,
But
Deacon, I
out
was
of
gonna ask.
today, what's up?
I was curious, how do you decide what distances we encounter monsters at? Because they were both very close in the wilderness.
During a surprise, if there's any
You
sign
just
of
play it
surprise,
by.
I roll a D4 times 10. That's rules as written.
Oh, okay. So, but I mean, that
And
shouldn't be
it's usually
feet
in
though.
yards,
In
but
the,
I chose feet
I was
for
about
this
to
one
say, yeah,
because they were
shouldn't
in
it
the
be yards?
trees, and they typically are
um,
supposed to surprise on a 1 in 4. I messed up there, so that means you guys would have been surprised on a 1 in 4 chance. So you would have also not seen them. They would have not seen you, and you would have not seen them. That was supposed to
okay.
happen, but instead they appeared 10 feet above you, and they give you a chance to perhaps kill them without them noticing, right? So
Yeah, I was curious. So, why did we only see one of them if we caught them by surprise? Shouldn't we have seen all of them, or how does that get decided?
I mean, they're spread out, so you'll see one of them maybe, just like if you guys are spread out. So one monster might see
Okay,
just one of you, but you would know that there might be others nearby naturally.
got it.
Um, so there's that. They're not all just clustered, just like you guys. So, but
Right, I
you at
wouldn't
least
expect
have a
spiders to
sign
be
that
anywhere
something's
for sure.
nearby. So,
And
what was
plus,
that?
if you were watching Ref Jenks, he actually
What's up?
rolled for how many more there were. So if
Oh
you
no,
were
I didn't watch that.
watching,
No.
he rolled for how many more they were. We got lucky. There was
Oh,
only
I
one.
assumed he hides that. Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
All right.
Ekin,
Yeah,
did you add the money to my character sheet?
not yet. I do that like at the end, because
Why
at
don't
the start of the
you?
next game.
Cause
So,
I'm getting
Ekin,
ready to
why
head
are you
out.
tracking
If I
character
do
sheets
that, then
again?
I can't talk to you because I'm terrible at multitasking. So if I do that, I'm gonna be writing something, and then you're gonna be asking me a question, and I'm gonna be like, "What'd you say?" So I'm trying to talk to you guys first, and then write it down later. So
Okay. Cause I'm hopping off.
all right,
So,
all good. Have a good
He'll
night.
write it down
Thank you
later.
for
He'll
playing.
Later,
Until
dude.
next
continue.
time.
all right. See you, Brian.
Yep. And then sorry, before I move on, I gotta answer Suko's question.
Yeah.
The if you want to master basic level play, those 10 tips are like one of the most top tips from the Principia Apocrypha. Um, so again, learn as much as possible for this adventure. If you're new, you definitely learn as much as you could from those who have already adventured. So I would say that's a win. You got some information at least. Properly equip your crew. You guys had food, weapons, supplies. All right, you guys were pretty good. Having stick to a plan, which was to perhaps just go into the ruins this time, maybe into the dungeon. I would say you did. Um, Work and discuss as a team. For the most part, you guys did very well, but there were some members in your party that decided to not, right? And therefore, could have cost more lives. Wandering off alone. I don't think anyone really did that, but there might have been some situations that could have been risky. Eden going off on her own to the ruins, but she didn't go far, so if she went further away, then definitely would have been risky. Try not to fight everything. I mean, we kind of failed it, but not really. We did. Um,
Yeah, I don't think we fought
let's see.
anything we weren't supposed to besides that shot at the spiders.
Yeah, pay attention to your
Because I mean,
environs, right? Your environment. Um, kind of made some mistakes there. At least the new guy did. He wasn't paying attention to the fact that he was in the front line, and therefore, as he was switching weapons, he was one of the targets in the melee. So that would be a fail for him, unfortunately. But
He
he's
should
new.
have been turning undead anyway as a
What was
cleric.
that?
He should have been turning undead as a cleric.
Yeah, he shot. I think he forgot his role to remain faithful. He should have been turning undead at the very start, and that would have given you all a good chance to just wreck the undead, not having to actually suffer any real penalties against them. So it could have been an easy win, but we decided to fight and give them a fair chance. So again, we keep giving enemies a fair chance to kill us. That's not good. So I would say that's like the main takeaway from today is if you guys want to improve, stop giving the enemy a fair chance to kill you. Cheese the game. This is not a video game. So you want to take on a video game like wargaming mindset though when you play it. Don't take on a video game mindset where you think you're gonna win. Take on it where you have to win, and you're not gonna give the enemy even a chance to win. Um, so and then keeping an accurate map, it wasn't really required for this one. You have a campaign map, and we weren't in the dungeon yet. Running away is an option. You guys succeeded at that. Those who did run away, you automatically saved your character from potentially being a target, right? Another body in the ground. So then fairly sharing the treasure is highly encouraged because you never know who's gonna come back, who's gonna grow, and it's always good to do that. It's good for morale. So you all spent your time to play. You all deserve your awards. So for the most part, I would say you guys did well today. You only like made one or you only failed like I would say that's like a 70%. 80, 70%. Typically, a lot of parties get around 50%, so half of them passed. There are, of course, crews that manage to only do 3 of the things on there, and everything else has failed. But honestly, it was a pretty good run today. A safe run. So, just one casualty.
Oh, I
Not
did
too
want to
harmful.
ask. So, I mean, is it expected that we spend a night in the town every time? Because
You
I
can
mean, that really
travel
changes the amount of
out.
food we got to get.
Yeah, it can. So, some parties choose not to eat, or one guy typically will host dinner, a final dinner at the tavern. Therefore, you don't have to cook your party rations or whatever. So someone will usually do that for you guys. Who's rich will buy
So we
drinks for the
should just
crew.
assume we're buying an extra meal before we and breakfast before we leave.
Yeah, a meal at the tavern is typically a normal meal is 1 copper. That's a cooked pound of food. So for a party of 10, you can get a normal meal at the tavern for 1 silver. Usually, like whoever's senior pays for the food. So at the tavern, like a drink on the house, or a drink for the crew before they head out. But we didn't have any seniors that were rich enough, I guess, or willing to do so. So therefore, you guys had to use your normal food supply before you left. Food will be tracked. It makes the game much more time paced or pacing, right? It helps with pacing. So you guys are forced to kind of make good use of your food and time. All right, but it helps. All right, that should be it though. So thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you at the next one. It's good to see you back in the
Yeah.
game, Strengths.
Do
And I
we
hope
not get any? We don't get any XP for getting money for
so.
bounties.
How the XP is working nowadays, as of this past year, it's really easy for me to track now because all it is you're gonna tell me when you want to exchange silver for XP. Your character goes to the town, lives it up, right, for a little bit, spends silver on training or whatever, or
Oh,
his
so we
vices,
actually have to
carousing.
spend it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like every monster typically has a bounty. That's how you get XP for monsters killed. But it's truly a treasure hunt now. It's treasure equals XP. So
Interesting.
naturally, there are people with the idea that I want to be a merchant. I want to do normal labor to get XP. Yeah, you can do that if you want to spend 3 hours farming and getting 3 silver at the end of the game, or you can go into the dungeon for 3 hours and get like hundreds of silvers, right? So it's up to you. If you want to be a thief, merchant, steal or trade items, that's what thieves do. Fighters, stand watch, go on military campaign. Yeah, sure, it's allowed. You can do it. It's just not gonna make as much as it. People keep on not realizing how much more profitable going to the dungeon is going to be. Those who do go to the dungeon come out a lot more profitable. I know Eden's trying to go to the dungeon every game, but every crew's like, let's go looking for monsters or, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
risking your lives for lower
So
reward. So,
boys, we need to find an optimal setup for new fighters, and then we should just pump those out. Because I don't think there's any use for the other classes right now,
clerics for
besides
undead, magicians for
mage and
spells,
thief.
Well,
thieves
the
for scouts.
Yeah, clerics are good for now too.
dwarves are good because when we get into the dungeon, I can check for like secret doors and whatnot.
I
Yep.
also get
I don't know if
backstab.
these.
I
So are
get
you
One
backstab
dwarf
now.
for two is
that?
pretty
Are
good.
you? What are you doing for the? Are you rolling their like checks for that?
Yeah, I'm
For hitting
rolling
doors and
every
stuff.
time.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, dwarves will have a
Okay.
2 and 6 base chance.
Yeah, because I mean, we need to come up with a normal combat formation, because otherwise it's going to keep happening. Like during fights, where shit's going to get fucked. Because like that's the issue with us not being able to talk. So we have to find a standardized.
Yeah, we
Like
normally
layout,
do
right?
that once we enter the dungeon, but we just didn't get there today. I just want to make sure that Lance got his bag back because he didn't just buy food; he bought a bag.
Yeah,
And
that was given to Squig's character. But we can, I'll just pass it back to you. But Squig will probably
Lovely.
gonna come to me next game to be like, I got his bag, so just let him know that you took it back.
Hey, Ekin, do you know what time you're gonna have your European game?
Let's see, it's 1:14 p.m. I have to go get some food, and then I'll be back. I can maybe run a game at 15 or 20 today.
So how many
But
hours is
only
that from
running it
now?
earlier if there's actually people that want to play. So otherwise, I'm gonna wait till the Europeans get on, and I'll play around then.
It's like 4 or 9 hours from now.
Okay, yeah. I might
Yeah.
pull down later. I might
So
go to bed.
1500 is in 2 hours. If there are people on in 2 hours, I'll run a game then. Otherwise, I'm gonna wait till 2000, which is in about 7 hours from now.
What's
Yeah.
this server, by the way?
Huh?
That you invited me to? Idle.
What?
What server is
that's Dez. You remember Dez?
the? Shit. He didn't play with us much, right? Like during the
He
last
played on
campaign.
my server. He played on my server a lot.
He has a
He's
camera,
running.
right? Black
What?
guy. Black guy camera.
Yeah, he's a black guy. He's an army. He's about to be a captain
yes,
now.
I remember this guy. Yeah, he's pretty handsome too.
Yeah,
Hey,
he
yo.
is.
He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's running OSC Advanced on that server. He has another server who's running 5e.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you're into that.
Probably not. But he's running OSC Advanced.
Yeah, it's basically.
No, I have
OSC.
the handbook. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I have like a level.
Does he run at normal human times, or is he also in Japan?
Human time.
He's running normal human times. We have a session. We have a 5e session tomorrow morning, and then he's trying to do another OSC session on Sunday morning, at 11.
I won't be able to make those, but
at like 10 a.m. Eastern.
Gotcha. Ekin, do you play in that server at all?
No.
No, he doesn't.
Ekin.
He doesn't like to play.
You're busy now, huh?
He likes to be God.
I do like to play. It's just I like.
I was gonna say you played in that Blood
They
and
don't
Bronze.
play it the way I would like it. They play it like 5e a little bit, so it's a little soft. They got furries.
What do you think? You liked the Blood and Bronze game I ran, right?
I did, yeah.
Do you remember that? What happened to that? Why did it fucking? That was lame. I wish we could have kept that going.
Yeah, you should get that going again.
Karm is gone now, and
I could finish it.
A few other OGs are gone, so. But there's a problem player in that group, so I don't really play that group anymore.
Oh, what, like what's his name? Karm and
Not Karm. In Dez's group, I know there's a guy there. He's like a lot of issues when he was playing with us.
Oh, really?
Very disruptive.
What's his name?
Let him play here anymore. So.
Was he the German guy that shot me in the back of the head?
There's a lot of disruptive players. If they're not here anymore, then yeah, we already dealt with
Thiago.
I really think you should lock them.
Thiago's gone, like permanently as well. We definitely banned him at this point.
Oh, that's who I was talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Thiago's gone.
Portuguese guy. Very disruptive, very disrespectful and immature.
Who got banned?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I really think you'd have a better time if you started age gating the game. I know it sucks, but if you started age gating it, because I think a lot of people quit because of disruptive players and players that don't know how to play, and so then it's like, what's the point in playing if my party's gonna get killed every time I play, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to waste people's time. I'm not even trying to waste my own time. You know, I'm not trying to babysit some kids while I play. So I've been already doing that. Like, the reason I didn't age gate in the past mainly is because I started when I was 12 or 13, and I don't want to deal with you know, because if I didn't get it started when I was their age.
I've known we've had players who are 12 years old who are more mature than me.
Yeah, but I mean, if 75% of players that are under 18 are not mature or under 21 are mature,
we've had players that were actually of age, you know, in their 20s or whatever,
that were bad.
Get kicked out for the same thing.
I just really, I don't know. It seems to me like it would.
So as long as you're mature and respectful, we allow you to play here. So it doesn't matter what age you are. If you're mature, respectful, you can stay here. If you're not, you're out. So
yeah, I mean, I started playing before I was 18. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would match your style of play better. I don't know. Just a theory, of course.
A lot of the disruptive players.
It's not a bad idea. I would definitely maybe do it, but just like that would definitely help. I know a lot of people would be in favor of it. It's just I don't want to stop certain players from joining the game because I know like Lance, he joined at a young age and now he's matured. He's grown up here for his.
Yeah, I mean, I was under 18 when I started playing with you. I just think next time you do a reset, I think you should consider it.
Consider just sticking to older, more mature.
Yeah, once you lose your player base one more time, then do it, and then your new player base might come back stronger.
Possibly.
Um,
I mean,
what about me?
you could try having 2 different servers with one of them being age restricted.
It's just a
There we
lot of
go.
work. You see.
And then we
I
have
feel like
lots
this
of
is.
ERP in that one, erotic roleplay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I
Thanks,
know.
thanks.
Squig
Can we
is
have
the only kid that we try to tolerate. I did ban him once because he's a bit immature, or it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's still a
Can
bit
y'all hear me?
immature, and
Can
You
y'all
got
hear me?
banned, Squid?
Can you hear me?
he was super
Yeah.
You can
immature
hear me?
back then.
Yeah, what'd you get banned for?
I don't remember. I pissed off someone.
A lot of
Who did
people
I
have
end up
problems
pissing
with
off?
Squig because he's just really disruptive. All right.
Well, I mean, I'm still an asshole. I just contain it.
I've
think I
yelled at Ekin a few times.
I think I might have pissed off Lax, and I'm the reason Lax quit.
Well, Squig, you're already more mature than you were like a few months ago. So
No, I'm not more mature. I just act like I
Containing
normally
yourself?
supposed to.
Hey, you
Okay,
wanna
Yeah.
whatever.
get better, all right? That's what we do here.
You
We're
are
not
what
trying
you
to.
do.
We're not digressing here. I'm trying to get
Oh,
better.
and so Ekin, I would like to use Demir in these beginner matches, but everyone says you're gonna kill him on purpose if I do that. Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
true?
Nope, not at all. So
You sure?
Yeah,
There-
you will. Yeah, you will.
it will happen
Yeah.
if someone makes the stupid mistake of getting you killed. I
Right.
probably won't be the one to cause it, but there will be situations you might put yourself in. Emerson was our most recent expert that died, I think, and he ended up dying because some people here wanted to fight a pack of wolves, and he stayed till the end of that and got killed because his party split up. That was like Bread's new character that stood back to fight pack. Yeah, they were basically 3 against like a pack of 6, 7 wolves or something like that, and they got wrecked. So,
Yeah, that
What
would
about
suck.
Lax?
Because I heard you had a bridge collapse on somebody for no reason.
that was not my choice. That was his. So I gave him the option to not fall down with his horse. He held on to the lead and drowned himself with his horse, and he was in heavy armor, or his character was. His character was a female. That was by choice. So most of the time, 4th level characters dying in basic level dungeons is because they either make a basic level. They do make a basic level mistake. Giving up is the first mistake, right? That guy made.
Okay.
And the one who fell off a bridge and died. He chose to hold onto his horse's lead and die with his horse in heavy armor, get drowned in a moat. The other one chose to split the party and didn't really just kind of let the new players cause him his death, right? Like he
So
was
I'm
looking
willing
after
to
the new
bring back
guys, and the
Demir
new guys
then.
got
Do
him
you want me
killed.
to convert him at all?
What was that?
Do I need to do any conversion to bring back Demir then?
Just send me his notes and I'll try to get him copied down on my paper, and then I'll do all the conversions. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just send me what you've got, and then I'll convert him to the current campaign so you can play.
I will
just
DM it
fucking-
to you.
He just level drains him.
I know, yeah. He's like, I'll
But
convert
I
him
don't
real quick, and then he's
recommend
like,
bringing
he has
an
0 HP.
expert on or bring an expert on basic because it's just a shame to see them die on a basic level campaign. So
No, I know, but it's also, yeah,
But
I mean,
it's
we're never going to
good
get to
'cause-
expert, right? So we never have enough players that get to level 4,
okay.
so
we're
might as well
yeah,
use them or lose them, right?
Real fast.
I suppose.
Why
What's
did
up?
why did we get rid of monster XP?
What do you mean?
You missed the whole conversation. We were talking.
We've been doing
about-
this for a whole year.
Yeah.
No, we only do treasure for XP. You still get XP for monsters in a different way though. So
Yeah, I mean, it's more old school to just do gold.
yeah, just treasure for XP.
So, I mean, yeah, he's just going back more to BX. Although
It's like
I don't think normally you have to
bring the-
spend your gold, right? That's not
You
normally
can bring
the
the
case.
monster corpse back and sell it, and make XP that way. That's what
Am
he's
I
doing.
wrong though? In normal BX, you don't have to use your money to level up. Don't you just bring it out of the dungeon and you get it?
Yeah, it's just there's not much
That's just
logic
your
to
edit,
it.
right?
So and there's a lot of leeway behind that then, right? Like you can just keep reviving monsters and killing them and like it just doesn't. It's just too much mathy because then you got to figure out how much XP should a cleric get for destroying all these undead that he didn't destroy in combat. Is there risk involved? Was it just executions? Was it killed like livestock? So it's very
no,
simple.
sorry. I just meant for
put
the. I
coins.
meant just for. Normally, don't you get it just for bringing the gold out
Oh
though?
yeah, normally just for carrying treasure out of the dungeon, you get XP. Bringing it back home though, you have to bring it home.
Yeah, right.
And of course, there's a lot of loopholes to that though. What if
Yeah.
you bring treasure home, you bring it back to the dungeon, you bring it back home? Do you get XP for that? So like, it's newly found treasure. That's the main thing, right? So that's why it's very simple to just say treasure is XP. So
one
you
silver
can
piece
trade
is
it.
an XP.
That way it can't be traded, or you can't get more than 1 XP for the treasure twice, right? Whatever.
Right.
So makes it a lot simpler. The idea is that you're spending that treasure on your character living it up, right? Whether that be training or just your vices, carousing. But basically, making your character a memorable character in the world, so they look and appear more rich and famous. So
Cocaine and hookers.
exactly.
Yeah, Hunter Biden.
So,
I'm,
or
I'm
of
like
course
what?
there are
I'm
better
like
ways to
Dana
spend it.
White. Whenever they ask him like, so why do you want to make so much money? He's like, well, cocaine
I'm
ain't cheap.
gonna,
But it's been
hey,
working pretty well here, so we're sticking to it.
I like the idea,
I'm gonna
even
head
though I've
out.
been here for 2 games.
It
Have
makes
a
the
good
So
math
you
a
one.
get
lot
to
easier too.
Later,
so you
dude.
get to name
All right.
level, and then
If you're heading
everybody's
out, have
talking
a good
about
night. Until next
yeah,
time.
cool.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
So you
How
get
long
to
are you stationed in Japan for now?
I've got
Forever.
about 2.5 years left.
Forever.
God damn, you're gonna be stuck there the whole time, for real?
Just for my first my first duty station. I got one more duty station after this probably because I'm on a 5-year contract.
Do you know where
Oh,
you're
okay.
gonna go?
For my second, I don't know. There's no ideas. So
You'll
probably
just
San
put
Diego or
real.
something.
Oh, that's nice.
Alaska.
No, don't.
Freeze to death.
You don't want to go to Alaska. You do not want to go to Alaska.
What branch are you in?
He's Army.
Oh, land.
Hey, I want to
Sure.
go Army. Are you
I'm in the
kidding me?
Navy's Army.
Oh, you're in the Navy?
The Marines.
No, I know that.
Wait, Ekin, I thought you were Army. What the fuck? You lied to me. I feel betrayed.
He's Marines.
I never said I was in the Army. Maybe I just agreed with you, but
Yeah, you've broken my trust. You've broken my heart. It's over. We're through.
You don't like the Army, or I mean, you don't like
I'm
the
throwing your
Marines?
stuff out. I'm throwing your stuff out on the lawn.
I'll bring you a bucket of cans.
I'm just glad you haven't
You
tried to
will?
convince one of us to join the Marines. That's what my buddy who joined tried to do. A lot of them really eat the, what is it? Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
They won't take me. I'm too old.
True.
This is the branch
But no,
that
yeah, my
Gary
buddy, as soon
Gygax
as he,
joined, in
like,
fact, or he was about to join until he was disqualified for like a medical purpose.
because of his huge neck beard,
Because he
Exactly.
was a mental case.
I think he
Yeah.
had flat feet.
spent
That's
too much
why.
time in a
Back then,
basement.
if you had flat feet, you couldn't.
I could have been a Jag, man. I could have been a Jag.
I have a Jaguar.
But
Does it
yeah, I
taste
read that
good?
in one of his like biography things or whatever, or autobiographies. Gary was trying to
Yeah.
join the Marines and then couldn't, and he ended up, doing what he currently did until he died. Of
I
course.
think he also said that on a podcast, and I saw that on a YouTube short.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We got Marines playing D&D. Surprisingly, a lot of
Yeah.
Marines play D&D, but
It's pretty common, yeah. Actually, you're the second Marine I've played with.
epic. All right, you guys have a good one. Take care.
Later, dude.
Godspeed, soldier.